Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Yes, we've made it. We've made it to the final football Friday of the year, and sadly, the final real football game of the year on Sunday. It is Super Bowl 60. We will talk all about it over the course of the next 4 hours. We will make our NFL picks a little bit later on. We'll even find the most interesting storylines about this game. But one thing, and maybe this is me trying to be a hopeless romantic, Tiki, as we get set for Super Bowl 60 and we analyze the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks, I try to squint my eyes a little bit and try to see, is there anything about these teams that would give me more hope for the teams that we root for?
Right.
And I think in the case of your team, it's a little bit easier because you look at the New England Patriots and you can kind of see the Giants. They've got the young quarterback in Jackson Dart. They had the young quarterback in Drake May. They brought in the established head coach. You guys brought in the even more established head coach. And, yeah, you need some luck along the way. And I take nothing away from the Patriots. Yes, they've had a lot of luck. But, look, luck's a part of sports. So starting with the Giants, only because it's just easier to squint my eyes and see it, I can see how a year from now the New York Giants could be the New England Patriots.
The New York Giants are playing this the smart way, and you don't even need to squint your eyes to see it.
Right.
It almost is the exact formula that the New England Patriots followed. That is, find your quarterback, however you have to find your quarterback. They found him also similarly to Drake May in the draft. He was not a top pick, but whatever. He's proven that he's worthy of being a first-round quarterback and probably one of the young, hot ones in the league. You got some skill position players, not a ton. The Patriots don't, but you have some. The Giants have a good run game, like the Patriots have a good run game. And you play sound defense. Now, the Giants didn't do that a lot last year. I think a lot of that can change under Denard Wilson as they get a little bit more modern in how they bring pressures and are smart behind. But the talent is there. The coaching staff is there. And it just feels like the Giants have a chance to turn it around quickly. The Jets are a different story.
Yeah, that one
But the
features...
Giants look a lot like what the Patriots were a year ago.
Well, I was looking at the quarterbacks, too, because that's always like the magic potion. Drake May was 4-8 as a starter in his rookie year. Oh, I'm sorry. Jackson Dart was 4-8 as a rookie in his first year this year. And Drake May was 3-9. Very similar win-loss records. Drake May threw 15 touchdown passes. Jackson Dart's thrown 15 touchdown passes. To the credit of Dart, he only threw 5 picks. Drake May threw 10 picks.
Wow.
So when you look at their rookie seasons, there are similarities. And then it's the coach.
Yeah.
And that's the part where I don't think you're crazy or delusional to sit here on February 6th as we get set for a Super Bowl that we're all arguing is boring for different reasons and say, hey, that could be us. Now, there's a lot of steps that go along with it. There's a lot of development that goes along with it. But when you look at the Patriots, you can absolutely see the New York Giants.
The only question mark is, can Matt Nagy be like Josh McDaniels?
Well, that's a big one because Josh
McDaniels is the
best OC of all time, maybe.
He might be.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't going to say that, but you might be right in saying
the resume
that.
speaks for itself.
It absolutely speaks for himself. The championships under Bill Belichick, obviously. He just won NFL honors, assistant coach of the year or offensive assistant coach of the year, whichever it is. But we know every quarterback that he's had. Hell, even made Cam Newton looked somewhat competent for a couple of weeks before that thing fell apart. Like, Josh McDaniels is a great offensive coordinator. Now, if Matt Nagy is that with the New York Giants and he helps catapult Jackson Dart into the MVP conversation, then the Giants will win a lot of games.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, getting to the Super Bowl is a difficult thing.
Yeah.
And as we've talked about with New England, and again, I'm not shortchanging what they've accomplished because for my team to win a championship, I don't care what falls in front of me, let it happen. I don't care if every great player got hurt. I don't care what team got knocked out. To me, it doesn't matter. So I am certainly not telling a Patriot fan you shouldn't enjoy the luck that you've received.
Right.
And I'm sure you guys would say the exact same thing a year from now if all of a sudden, like, all this luck fell your way and you're sitting there in the Super Bowl. So getting to the Super Bowl does take some luck, but in terms of turning it around, which the Patriots were able to do from last year to this year, it feels comparable. It feels similar. It feels very doable. I mean, the year before they were 4-13 under Jared Mayo. They reverse it and go 14-3, or almost reverse it.
Yeah.
So for the Giants to do the same thing, and I say this certainly not as a Giant shill, not that you are or Sean is sometimes, but it feels like, yeah, it can happen. Where I really have to squint my eyes is with the Jets in Seattle. Because I use them as the example because they ended up with the quarterback who everyone deemed was failed. Everyone deemed was, well, he was a bust.
Right.
And while his success didn't start in Seattle, it started a year earlier in Minnesota, and certainly the growth happened a year before that. If you go back to his time in San Francisco, I think that the Sam Darnold story and him being in a Super Bowl is certainly enough for me as a Jet fan to say, all right, it doesn't have to be the Drake May Jackson Dart route. It doesn't have to be drafting my hero and that guy developing. It could be a different route, similar to what the Seattle Seahawks have done.
Yeah, the difference with the Seahawks is that Mike McDonald, their head coach, well, it felt like he didn't achieve a lot in his rookie season as the head coach last year. They won 10 games.
No, I know. And they've been good. Yeah.
They were damn good last year. They weren't quite good enough, and I think they recognized that their issue was quarterback. As much as we commend Geno Smith for changing the trajectory of his career for a couple of years in there, he wasn't good enough, and they needed to upgrade. And so when they went and got Sam Darnold, who was coming off an unbelievable regular season with the Minnesota Vikings, it put them on another level. And then obviously he got more comfortable as a coach.
Right.
So the only parallel that I can kind of draw with the New York Jets is, does Aaron Glenn become more comfortable being a head coach, more in control? Because I think every rookie head coach, and I've seen this because I've called some of these games with these rookie head coaches, they have no idea.
Right.
Right? They talk like they do, but they really don't. They're kind of figuring it out as it goes along. And so what matters is not that first year, it's the growth from year one to year two. And we saw it, obviously, with Mike McDonald. Are we going to see that with Aaron Glenn?
Well, the other thing that benefited Mike McDonald that Aaron Glenn does not benefit from is Mike McDonald inherited a 9-8 football team.
Right.
He inherited a team that was not in a horrible place roster-wise. Unfortunately, and you can blame the trade deadline decisions, even though everyone lauds it now, he currently has a roster that features how many guys on defense that will be a part of the answer whenever there is an answer.
Right.
And unfortunately, that number is very, very low.
Right.
So Mike McDonald, not to take anything away from him because he's coached for 2 years in the NFL, 10-7 and 14-3. That's not bad. He's off to a wonderful start as a head coach in his career. And by Sunday night, he may be a Super Bowl champion. But one of the many differerences is that he didn't inherit a mess.
Oh, he didn't. I mean,
Aaron Glenn did.
The Seattle Seahawks, you have to go back to 2021. They were sub 500.
Yes, in 2021 they were 7-10. That is the only losing season they've had since 2011.
Right, you got to go all the way back a decade.
I get it.
And
yeah.
so, like the organization is well put together.
Yes,
with the Seahawks, and so Mike McDonald stepped into the most enviable situation because you're moving on from the head coach not because he sucked, but because it was time.
Right.
You know, it's kind of I imagine the Baltimore Ravens have a chance to be, I don't know, a Super Bowl champion in 2 years.
Right, following the Seattle model
right.
of it wasn't that this guy's failed or our situation's terrible.
It's just time.
It's just time.
And then now you get a younger head coach who comes in and he accents what was built as the foundation.
You know what Seattle reminds me of? They are what you lectured Giant fans about and Jet fans about for 3 years. You would say, you got to build the ass first.
No doubt. Every
time Giant fans would call up about a quarterback, and Jet fans, we were in a different place, obviously, with the Rodgers stuff and where we are now. You'd always say, look, I get it. Quarterbacks are important. And you would yell at Sean all the time about this. I get it. You're obsessed with quarterbacks, blah, blah, blah. You got to build the ass first. And I think the Seattle Seahawks, as they sit here getting ready to possibly win a championship, and they're 4.5-point favorites to do it, they are the definition of building an ass first.
They got a nice ass.
Because the last thing that they added to this roster, the very last thing was the quarterback.
Exactly.
It was the last thing.
Right. Let's get a good O-line. Let's get a good running back. Let's get some defensive players. I mean, DeMarcus Lawrence is on this damn team, for Christ's sakes, in Seattle. It's like, how did that even happen? You kind of forgot how great he was until he ended up on a great defense. And so, they built the trenches. And then they put some accent pieces around it. They have three really good corners. Julian Love is out there with the Giants, former Giant about to win another Super Bowl, a former Giant winning one, and then you put the quarterback in,
right?
And it just kind of caps what is a perfect little puzzle.
So now you may say, all right, how squinted are your eyes, Evan, to see how the Jets can be the Seattle Seahawks? Here's where I'm at with them. They are building the ass first. They have a pretty good offensive line.
They do.
And that's the one aspect of the Jets that you're like, oh, okay, I feel good about that moving forward.
Agreed.
They've got a pretty good running back room, assuming they keep Breece Hall. They've got a number one wide receiver in Garrett Wilson. They've got a lot more to build.
And they should be able to draft another one.
1,000%. They got a lot more to build, especially on defense. I mean, the Seahawks defense is elite.
Yeah, it is.
Tiki was telling me before the show he's been watching tape on this defense, and he can't believe how well coached they are, how smart they are.
And the talent.
They've got everything.
They got every level is a very good player.
The Jets aren't close to that, but here's the lesson I take from Seattle. And this is very difficult for me to say because I'm going to have to remind myself this month after month after month. Maybe the first thing we need to do is not get a quarterback. Maybe the first thing we need to do, to quote Tiki Barber, is to build that ass first.
Right.
Because the Seahawks are evidence that if you build a good enough roster and you're well coached, and we don't have that answer yet on Aaron Glenn, you could very well insert the relatively young veteran quarterback at the very end and take yourself from a good team who's got a nice ass to a team competing for a championship.
Right. So that's the difference. So the difference with the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks is how they were built. But it proves that there isn't a correct, put that in quotes, correct formula to building a potential championship team. The Seahawks did it with building trenches, bringing a quarterback. The Patriots did it by we got like this whatever pieces. Let's just go get our star franchise quarterback,
and it can change everything.
And obviously good coaching goes with all of this. That goes without saying. But they did it in very different ways, but they're both at the same spot.
Right. And that's the end result is this. This is where we need to get. And it isn't even just the Giants or Jets participating in a Super Bowl, which is the dream. It's just even being close to it,
right.
Getting a couple of weeks away from it. I mean, we haven't watched a meaningful football game involving our teams in a month. And so when you look at Super Bowl Sunday, you say, all right.
In a month.
In a month. Ah, okay, more than I meant a game period was a month and 2 days ago. But you're right. Games that matter, yeah, you're looking at 3 months.
You hadn't bought your kids' Halloween costumes yet.
No, you're right. You're right. But that's the lesson I take in watching these two teams and getting ready for what I hope is not an entertaining Super Bowl. More on that later. It's what can we learn from this? And I think in the Giants' case, you're the Patriots. You have a really good chance to mirror their jump. And even if that jump doesn't end by participating in the Super Bowl, the jump of going from 4 wins to 10 wins is absolutely on the table and feels realistic. With the Jets, it's like we're not born yet. We're not even a baby. We're like a seedling.
Right.
But you can see how this can be done. You've got to build a good roster.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen quickly.
No, I can sit here and explain in a confident way as an IFO how the Giants could legitimately get here a year from now. I could make that argument.
We've seen it.
We've seen it.
Multiple teams.
No doubt.
The Pats are one, but forget them. Think about the Commanders.
Yes.
From a year ago. They were in the championship
The
game.
Cincinnati Bengals back in 2021.
It happens a lot more than we think. And maybe not getting to the Super Bowl, but teams that were good enough to get to the championship game obviously are good enough to get to the Super Bowl. They just got to find a way to win that game.
And that's my point. Like, yes, the Super Bowl. So it's getting close.
Yes.
Being in the conversation. The Giants, you can see how that can happen.
Yes.
With the Jets, it's a long-ass process. But it's a reminder that maybe as we begin the offseason, which officially starts on Monday, we shouldn't be obsessed with quarterback.
No.
Because the Seahawks have shown you that maybe we can let some other team develop the young quarterback. And then once they give up on them, we'll bring them in. Because in a lot of ways, that's what Seattle did with their last 2 quarterbacks. Geno Smith, and say what you want about the success they had. They were a playoff team with Geno Smith. So they ultimately did what we as Jet fans are hoping to get to. They were a playoff team with Geno Smith. And where did Geno go? He was a failed prospect with the Jets. He sat there with the Giants. He sat in Seattle, too.
The Chargers.
The Chargers.
Right.
And he sat behind Russ for a while as well, right?
Yes.
And then he was ready, right? Sam Darnold was developed everywhere else. And then he comes here and it's like, okay, I'm ready. So maybe that's how we do this. Maybe that's our formula.
Yeah. For the Jets, you mean?
I'm depressed.
Yeah.
I try.
Well, it's hard to be patient when you see, once we get to the Super Bowl Friday, like you start to realize, man, how close are we? This is why we're starting the show like this. Like, how can we be there? And then you have the conversation about the other team in town for us. That's the Giants. And you're like, man, I can see it. And you're like, yeah, we have a path too.
Right.
But it's like 4 years from now.
It really is. Because, and you know what part of the problem is? Here's part of the problem. I don't care what anybody says. John Harbaugh is the real deal because he's already done it.
Yeah.
Like, that's a stupid debate. No one's going to argue how good and accomplished John Harbaugh is.
Right. And people are getting on him for, you didn't sign Todd Monken because he became the head coach. And what's his staff going to look like? All right. His Rolodex is massive.
He's just a proven commodity. Right. He's a wonderful head coach. On the other side, we don't know what we have. And most of us are leaning towards we don't have the head coach that's eventually going to be our Mike McDonald and get us to the promised land. So that's another reason why with the Jets, you're squinting your eyes even more and it feels even further away because other than the offensive line and some pieces on offense and not having a quarterback the way Seattle didn't have a quarterback,
right.
There ain't a lot of comps that make you feel we can do this quickly.
You need to do a lot more squats to build that ass up.
No doubt.
A lot more.
I was doing squats this morning. I decided to try to improve my back. I went to the gym at 4 a.m.
Did you?
Wow. Yes. I did stretching.
That is impressive, dude.
Are you impressed?
I'm very impressed because that takes commitment.
Commitment, man. The best part is this gym has a hot tub. And my body aches for that hot tub.
But that's hard, getting up that early. When I was training for marathons and I had the morning shift before, I had to get up at 4 o'clock to go run for 2 hours.
Crazy.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
But when you're done, there's no better feeling than knowing you did that for the day.
That's right.
No doubt.
That's so true.
My only negative was, and you tell me because you did this for a living, I still feel awkward in these gyms. The locker rooms where people are hanging out. They got their things out.
They're hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
No, dude, they are hanging out. And I am the
There's
opposite
always
of
the
it.
offensive linemen, too. They gave no Fs.
They weren't offensive linemen, but they were 75. And I'm the complete opposite. I'm completely covered. Even after I'm out of the hot tub, I got a towel on top of me. And then I take my bag into the shower. I'm not even kidding.
Really?
Cover the shower with another towel, take the shower, and then I change inside the wet shower. So I'm complete. Yeah. Dude, I don't want anyone seeing this.
Oh, that's great.
I don't want them seeing me naked.
No biggie.
So that's my kind of, you're laughing as if you don't do that?
No, because I grew up in locker rooms, man. I remember the first time there was like a female in a locker room. I was in college. It was at a bowl game, and I'm like,
What locker room are you
dude,
going into?
There was there were girls.
Oh, you
the
like,
reporters.
Okay.
And I was like,
I
what
thought
the
you
heck?
meant changing.
No, I was like 19. I was
Gotcha.
like, what the hell is going on here?
Right.
And then you get used to it. You're like, all right, whatever. Whatever.
Yeah. I'm not getting used to myself being naked in front of other people. So I'm going to keep doing my shower trick.
Nice.
We'll get your calls coming up, 888-808-1019. And I said this on Monday to you, and a lot of people feel this way, so I think I represent a lot of people, that this is just not an exciting Super Bowl. So I gave myself a homework assignment. I wrote 5 things down that I'm excited about with this Super Bowl. And we'll see if people share it. A lot more to do as well, including Harrison Phillips going nuclear on the Jets culture. And Matthew Stafford is the MVP. Let's not forget what we were saying a year ago about Matthew Stafford's future and how it could have impacted one of our local teams. So we got a lot to discuss, plus our NFL picks later. It is Evan and Tiki on the final Football Friday of the year.
If you are looking to level up your wardrobe, you got to go check out Collars & Co. You might have seen them on Shark Tank, where they landed a deal with Mark Cuban. They're the team behind the dress collar polo that sold over 1 million shirts, and now they're launching the Maverick Performance Blazer. And this thing is seriously legit, sharp, lightweight, and completely wrinkle-resistant, making it perfect for travel. Just pack it up, and it comes out looking fresh. Plus, you get smart features like security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So hit up collarsandco.com. Use code Tiki for 20% off. That's at collarsandco.com.
This Rutgers Report is brought to you by RWJ Barnabas Health, the official healthcare provider of Rutgers Athletics. Let's be healthy together. The Rutgers men's basketball team dropped 2 games in Southern California, losing close at USC and then falling 3 days later at UCLA. In the loss to the Bruins, freshman Caden Powers started 7 for 7 in the first half for a season-high 18 points, but he was shut out after that. Head coach Steve Peichel continues to search for answers with his young roster.
Our consistency with all those young guys has not been great for 40 minutes. Haven't got them to play at that
the level you need to play at in this league.
Peichel, my guest on the postgame show. Tomorrow, the Scarlet Knights are back home to play number 9 Nebraska. Tip off at 12 p.m. right here on the Fan, 101.9 FM. And the 17th ranked wrestling program home for Minnesota tonight at Jersey Mike's Arena. That's the Rutgers Report. I'm Jerry Recco on Sports Radio 101.9 FM, The Fan.
Win or lose, you've still got to eat. From February 4th through the 8th, or while supplies last, Boiling Bay Seafood is heating things up with a $5 and up seafood sale. Get $5 crawfish, $5 mussels, $5 shrimp, and snow crab clusters just $5.99 a pound. Miss the big game? No problem. The sale goes all week. Plus, a 10-pound king crab case, $399 plus shipping. Order now at boilingbay.com. Boiling Bay Seafood. The party doesn't end at the final whistle.
Hey, it's Tiki here. I'm constantly on the go between the Fan, taking care of my kids, various events, meetings, football games. The list goes on and on and on. But one of the things I value most is feeling safe and also knowing that my family is safe when I'm not with them at home. That's why I turn to our great partners at Sloman's Home Security to install their innovative ShieldLink system in my own house. The Sloman ShieldLink system is a smart home security solution that easily and seamlessly combines safety, convenience, and most importantly, peace of mind. Whether I'm home or away, I can manage anything right from my phone. My security system, home automation, my entertainment system, everything is right there at my fingertips. Our security lighting turns on as soon as we turn our alarm system on. So whether we're home going to sleep or away, we know that we're safe and our home feels protected. Just give them a call at 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit online slomans.com to learn how Sloman ShieldLink can give you peace of mind in your home and when you're on the go, just like me.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new brick you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-499-6623. 800-499-6623. 800-499-6623.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Michelin Winter Tires offer confidence in all types of winter conditions, and Town Fair Tire offers every long-lasting, fuel-efficient Michelin tire at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, Town Fair gives you the most free services for life with your purchase of Michelin Winter Tires that keep you going for years to come. For the guaranteed best deal on Michelin tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-990-3434. That's 800-990-3434. 800-990-3434.
Your official station to talk Jets. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app. Download it today.
Couple of days away from the Super Bowl, the Seahawks against the Patriots. Let me make myself clear, because I've heard a lot of people say, I hope it's a close game. I hope it's entertaining. I hope we get a classic. I do not share that view. I hope that the Seahawks destroy them. I hope this game is over at halftime. I put my own bitter rooting interest well ahead of being entertained for 3.5 hours, because in a lot of ways, I'll be entertained for 3.5 hours if the Patriots are getting their ass kicked. Now, when Seattle destroyed Denver many years ago at the MetLife Stadium Super Bowl, I didn't enjoy myself because I didn't really care. Like, I wanted an entertaining game as much as I guess I hold some bitterness towards Peyton Manning. It's not like, watching the Legion of Boom dominate him really got my jollies. Like, it really didn't. So in a case like that, yeah, I didn't enjoy that Super Bowl. But in a case like this where, and I think I speak for many Jet fans who just hate the Patriots, I want them to lose 55-6. Like, I want it to be ugly, and don't tell me, I want to be entertained. I heard Craig say that the other day, and I'm like, you're a fraud. You want to be entertained? Right. Come on. Go watch a movie if you want to be entertained. I want to watch the Patriots get destroyed. Mm-hmm. And also, I would be entertained by that.
Right.
So I take that back. It is entertaining.
Right. No matter what happens, it's going to be entertaining, especially if the Patriots lose. But if they win, that's death.
Now, I would think both of you guys, Tiki and Sean, want an entertaining game. Right?
I absolutely do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah, I haven't had an entertaining week with this lead up. I want an entertaining game to pay it off, for sure.
And I totally...
Why has that been the case?
Not enough sexy characters. There's no Sidney Sweeneys on either team.
True.
Yeah, I think it's also the franchises, like the fact that these are not two franchises who, A, have long droughts, and B, it's not the same rosters as they were 11 years ago or before that, if you're New England, in that, Tom Brady's back. Like, it's new, but it's not an exciting new because the franchises are old. But I did come up with a list of things that will excite me about this game.
Okay.
Number one, the Patriots getting destroyed. That was the number one thing. Like, I'll be thoroughly entertained by it.
least these are ifs.
If it happens.
Number 1.
No, don't count me down, because the truth is I couldn't come up with 5.
You were just going to say 5 and then spout 2?
I'll give you a 5th if you don't have it, or 4th.
Number 2, and I want to be very careful.
Go ahead, go 2.
Yeah, go number 2. Number 2.
Number 2.
I want to be very careful how I say this, because people are going to be sensitive. I want to make it clear that I enjoy people crying about politics. I do. So just to give you an example, when the media was stunned in 2016, I watched videos of them crying about the results, okay?
Yeah.
I also will laugh at people crying about Bad Bunny.
Right.
So I am not picking a side. I think you're both schmucks.
Right.
I like
people lie to pollsters, by the way.
Yeah, clearly.
Just so you know.
Clearly. I like watching people cry about politics because I think they're big babies. So that will be enjoyable if Bad Bunny does something political and people freak out.
Right.
Like, that will make me laugh. And again, before you attack me, I also enjoy watching videos from 2016. So I love it all. I love tears. So I am looking forward to that.
Number 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty much out now.
You're out?
I think, you know what? I'll give you a 3rd. I think, despite what I want, this has the makeups of a close game. Like, this should be a competitive, well-played, entertaining Super Bowl. So despite me not rooting for that, I do think that people will likely get what they want, which is, hey, this will be a close game, 4th quarter, 3 minutes to go, ball's in somebody's hands, and it'll be exciting. But outside of that, I'm done.
Number 4.
Number 4 is easy. One of these coaches is going to put themselves on a list that is very, very rare. And if it's Mike Vrabel, then people are going to say, finally, he became a great coach. If it's Mike McDonald, people are going to say, is he the next great head coach?
You find that exciting?
That's interesting to me.
Here we go!
It's
number 5.
I don't have a number 5.
I got a number 5.
We're done. We're done.
As the week's gone on, I've realized why a Patriot win is great for us.
Oh, shut up.
Why?
Has nothing to do with the Jet stuff. It's just the idea of Brady winning right away and the Patriots basically in their next iteration winning right away, and all the Bill Belichick discourse that will come from it, with all his crankiness, I won't shake Coughlin's hand and run off after Super Bowl 42. Bill can wallow in this year he didn't make the Hall of Fame and then understand the Patriots won, Brady won, and you're struggling at North Carolina.
Speaking of, didn't every person I mentioned when we talked about Eli the other day get into the Hall of Fame?
Yes, Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly was one of the names you mentioned. Absolutely.
Drew Brees,
yeah,
Larry Fitzgerald. I did not see Roger Craig coming, but that's awesome. For Roger. He waited 33 years.
Yeah,
and the video of him getting knocked on is awesome.
I didn't even see that video, but seeing him on stage and how emotional he is.
Oh, dude, you got to see the knock video.
Oh, I can imagine.
Amazing.
It makes you, this is my point, and you know what? You may experience this too. Hopefully I'll experience it and you'll experience it, but not at the same time. I've always said when I see my team win a championship, it'll be more special than anything Sean experienced because I've waited so long. If you get into the Hall of Fame in 35 years, and I'm not hoping you wait that long, but you will probably be more emotional about it than if you got in next year.
Right.
And same thing with me. If I see the Jets win a Super Bowl at 80 compared to next year, I'll be even more emotional about it. So while I don't want you to wait, and you certainly don't want me to wait, sometimes waiting makes you appreciate things more.
I just posted it to my Instagram story.
I will definitely check it out.
Check it out. It's awesome.
Is it on your Twitter?
No, I don't. I don't do Twitter, as you know. X has turned evil.
Oh, wow. By the way.
No, it's always been evil.
Oh,
It's just now called X, and now I have a reason to call it evil.
You guys are going to be so proud of me. So we were talking about the Giants. We'll get your calls in a second, 888-808-1019, and how the Giants can be the Patriots. I can see it. I say it as an IFO. I am such an IFO that I would like to let you know about a bet I just made. And I usually don't talk about that because who cares?
Yeah, Sean does that. Sean's our resident degenerate.
But I
will be.
I made a bet that you guys will be proud of.
Okay.
And I took a picture of it to prove to Tiki I'm not screwing around. I just bet $100 on the New York Giants to win the NFC next season.
Wow.
$100.
So that's just to make it to the Super Bowl.
Just to, because I'm not talking win it. I don't have the guts to do win it. 100 to win $4,000.
Wow. Well, what is it for them to win the Super Bowl?
I think it would be double that or something.
Really?
They're what, 75 to 1?
Yeah, it's 75 to 1. So what's that? That's $7,500.
$100 to win $7,000 plus if the Giants win the Super Bowl next year.
But here's what's so funny about this, Tiki, and I think you know this about me. I will never win the full allotment because if the Giants won the division, I'd cash out.
Oh, if they are in the divisional round,
I'm done.
Then you're like, all right, I'm good. So even if they get the bye week,
I'm done.
You're done.
They could be 3-1. I may be done. You give me a good buyout, I'll say, all right, I'm in. But that's to prove to you, I truly believe it. Because I don't believe in just wasting my money, even though I am a season ticket holder for the Brooklyn Nets. I don't believe in wasting my money. I honestly think they've got a real chance to do what the New England Patriots have just done. Let's get to your calls, 888-808-1019. Marcus in Saratoga. What's up, Marcus?
Hey, Marcus.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
All's well.
Good.
Evan, I got some good news for you. Week 18, the Hawks go on the road. They go to San Francisco. They win a great game, but it's close. The next game, they boat race the 49ers. Then they play this great game against the Rams in the NFC Championship game, one of the best games of the year. They're due to boat race a team. Patriots are up next.
I like that.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it that way. I think they can boat race them because in a lot of ways, and you tell me if I'm wrong, T, because I don't want my biases to get involved, I think Seattle's a better team.
They are.
Like, I think if you go 1 through 53, not that the Patriots are a bad team, I think Seattle is just from top to bottom a more talented roster than the New England Patriots.
No, they are, and you see it when you look at the depth chart and the guys that are starting for the team. I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigba, who didn't end up winning the offensive player of the year, is fantastic. Kenneth Walker, the third, even though I went through his game log. I think the most carries he had in a game was like 13. And he's still rushing for 100 yards and, having huge impact as a receiver and a runner. Obviously, Sam Darnold speaks for himself. Rashid Shaheed, who they traded for in the middle of the season, is a burner as a kick returner and as a field stretcher, which opens up so many other things. And then you look at their defense, which is just loaded. I mean, their top sackers are their D tackles. Leonard Williams, who obviously we're familiar with, and Jaron Reed. And then DeMarcus Lawrence is there. Like, they're deep everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, there's just layers of competence on top of being very, very well coached.
No question. Frank's in Syosset. Hey, Frank.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Tiki, you just answered one of my questions. I was going to ask you, about Rashid Shaheed. Is he... Can he take it to the house against the Patriots in the Super Bowl?
I mean, we've only seen that one time, right? Or one time on the opening kickoff, but multiple times because we had two in our game.
Yeah, I was going to say, you saw it. You experienced it.
Right, in 2000, that is.
And my question is, some Patriot fans are still insecure about being intercepted. They still go back to that 1 yard interception.
Malcolm Butler.
Should they be worried about that and they're saying run the ball a lot. They're worried about the pass.
I mean, the thing with the Seahawks is that they can do whatever the hell they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're not going to do it based on a Super Bowl from 11 years ago.
No, of course not. Of course not. I mean, Malcolm Butler is, because Sean did a Cinco a couple of weeks ago, maybe it was a week and a half ago, about the most forgotten plays.
Oh, right.
And one of them was a big catch down the sideline.
In the Seattle Super Bowl?
And this by the Patriots, it was...
Jermaine Kearse.
Jermaine Kearse had this big catch down the sideline, and it was just forgotten, right?
Because a couple plays later, it was the Butler interception.
And so Butler was the one who got beat on the Jermaine Kearse play. And then he intercepted, Russell Wilson right after. So, I mean, it just feels like... Not Russell Wilson. It was Russell Wilson right after. So, the Seahawks are going to run the football. Because if they can win by just running the football, that's what they're going to do. They don't need Sam Darnold to be the MVP.
Yeah,
at this point, it's just find a way to win.
There's a big difference, I know this full well, between fans and a roster and a coach.
Yeah.
And what is sort of interesting, I found something else interesting about this Super Bowl, is that while it's a rematch from 11 years ago, that is absolutely true. The coaches are different for the most part. I mean, the head coaches are different. And the rosters are completely different.
Right.
There is nobody participating in this game on the Seattle Seahawks who were on that team in 2014.
No,
there is nobody on the Patriots doing the same thing. So I guess other than Josh McDaniels, I assume, was he the OC in 2014? I'd have to even double check that.
I would think, unless that was the year that he was
coaching, right. I forget
that he was in.
I'm pretty sure he was the OC.
Yeah.
But outside of that, This is a rematch that's not a rematch. This is a rematch that's not a rematch. And I'll tell you what's sort of fascinating about that. In the history of the Super Bowl, this is the 60th Super Bowl. If you had to guess how many of them have been rematches, like this is a matchup we've seen before of the 60, would you be able to guess that? I have the answer. I'm not going to play a game of you looking it up.
I would say 8 of them.
8 of them. Good guess. What about you?
Well, the Patriots have already made up for 4 of them.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Plus Cowboys. But I'm going to go 10.
You nailed it, 10 of them. One of the 10 happened a third time, okay? So you've got 9 that were just twice, including this one, and then one that occurred 3 different times, and that was Dallas-Pittsburgh. Okay? In all of those rematches, okay, except for the third in Dallas-Pittsburgh, so let's eschew that one. Let's put it away. They all featured either players or coaches that were a part of the other one, except for this.
Yeah.
They all featured players, like obviously Giants-Patriots, we know full well. Giants-Rams, here, Patriots-Rams, here's Tom Brady and Bill Belichick again. Like, not all people are there, but at least a key figure. There are no key figures other than Josh McDaniels, which you'll have to fact check me on.
He was.
He was. Okay, so other than Josh McDaniels as an offensive coordinator, there's no one on the roster, and obviously the coaches are different. Pete Carroll and Bill Belichick are not walking through that door.
Right.
So I get the fan kind of feeling towards it because 2014 does feel like recent time. You know, it really does. When you're our age, 11 years ago feels like last week.
Was Cooper? No, Cooper Kupp. He was on the Rams at that point.
Yeah, no, he was not involved.
Yeah.
But for the players and for the coaches, it's like, no.
Yeah.
But for me watching, for Sean watching, for you watching, and certainly for the fans, yeah, you're thinking about that play. You're thinking about that moment. But it means absolutely nothing to every single person who matters and is involved in this game.
Yeah, there's high school kids watching this game who have no feel or anything about that game. This is the first time they're really consuming Seahawks and Patriots.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I get, like, I saw Sam on Media Day was asked, hey, hypothetical. It's second down. You're at the 1-yard line. Would you run the ball? He didn't even get it. He was like, I don't know. Oh, I know what you're getting at. Like, I think eventually he's like, I think I know what you're saying.
Imagine this game ended the same way.
No, it won't. I have a feeling it's going to be comfortable.
Okay. It's going to be what I want?
It's going to be comfortable, yeah.
Like they're going to get blown out, the Patriots?
No, not blown out, just comfortable.
Comfortable. Okay. I'm never comfortable against the Patriots. I learned that during the Atlanta-New England Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, the only way it's not is if Mike Vrabel coaches his ass off. Because from a talent standpoint, the Seahawks are just better.
Yeah, no, I mean, I understand that. Let's go to Bryce in Long Branch. Hey, Bryce.
What's up, fellas?
All's good.
Yo!
Thank you for having me on today. I just wanted to say one quick thing as a Jets fan. I will be bleeding Seahawk blue on Sunday. I hope Sam Darnold absolutely torches the New England Patriots. And as a Jets fan, I hold no animosity towards Sam. He was done incredibly dirty by the organization and the coaches. And I'm going to be bleeding Seahawk blue, fellas.
I am totally with you.
The Jets are a sewer.
The only negative about Sam, and I pointed this out 2 weeks ago before the NFC title game, was people like Sean or trolls making it a Jets story and making it, hey, this is something new to make fun of the Jets about. And I have to be honest, other than that first day we had conversations about it, I don't feel that way. Like, I really do feel like, all right, the Vikings are the team that's getting mocked. I mean, the freaking GM got fired.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's a reminder of what could have been, and there's a sadness to that, but there is no bitterness. And so to me, and I think our last caller represents a lot of Jet fans, and I'm totally with him, it is going to be very easy to root for Sam Darnold. The one little caveat, it's a minor caveat. It's very small, very tiny. And I don't think this makes me bitter. I prefer him not win the Super Bowl MVP.
Why?
So there is something there.
What's that going to do?
It's tiny. I just don't need that added to it. Like, he won the Super Bowl.
You're opening the door, so there is something here that will bother you as a Jet fan.
Well, I just said I prefer him not do it. Like, is that really that bad to say that?
Because if you care about it, if you think he's going to win, then who cares? Let him get the whole thing, MVP and everything.
Yeah, I'm just saying I prefer that not happen. Is that really, am I a bitter man for saying that?
It's not that you're bitter, but it does show.
It just tends to be the reality. Unless he's just average, if a quarterback is good in a Super Bowl.
I get that.
And they win.
Yeah.
he wins the MVP.
I understand.
I have a hard time thinking this is not going to be a defensive player winning the MVP. It just feels like one of those Super Bowls, the big defensive play.
Name the last defensive player to win a Super Bowl MVP. Go.
All I keeps coming back to me is Dexter Jackson with the Bucks, but
No.
Malcolm Smith with the
Close.
Seahawks.
No. Good guess, though. That was a good guess because that was relatively recent.
James Harrison?
No.
Oh, there's got to be somebody.
Oh, he didn't even win it in that game. That was who won in the Steelers? I'm forgetting now.
That would be Santonio Holmes.
Exactly.
Santonio Holmes would be
the last defensive player to win it.
I'm
I
just
feel like
going
we're
to
doing
tell
the
you. I'm
Francesa
going to
game.
tell you because you screwed up. You had enough guesses. Von Miller in the Denver-Carolina game. But the point
The last
is,
one in San Francisco.
But to Tiki's point, you are right. Like last year, Jalen Hurts. Year before that, Patrick Mahomes. Year before that, Patrick Mahomes. The last non-quarterback to win a Super Bowl MVP was Cooper Kupp. And the time before that was another wide receiver in Julian Edelman. So, yes, the odds are that the winning team will have the quarterback win. I am merely telling you that while I am rooting for Seattle, I should have asked our last caller that. That's a great question. As much as he's rooting for Sam, does he stop short and say, but not the Super Bowl MVP?
Right.
It got to make sense, right?
What a goddamn disgrace.
It would just be more like fodder for our mocking.
I don't think anybody's mocking.
It wouldn't be a lot, but there'd be some.
Yeah.
Like, it would always be attached to him. Like, yeah, the Jets drafted a Super Bowl MVP quarterback, and they never even had a 500 season with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's my view on it, at least. Let's go to David in Rockaway. What's up, David?
Hey, guys. Good morning. How's it going?
All's good. What's
Good,
up?
man. What's up?
All right. So, remember by the American Dream Bar, with Tyron Tracy with the gloves? I gave him back the gloves. He gave the ball. You called us up onto the show, right? So, Tiki, Tiki signed the ball. Sean, Sean got me on the show today. Evan, I was wondering, maybe you could do a favor for me.
What do you need?
And last night I got at Tommy Lugauer, and me and Tommy, we were very close. I call him a lot, call him about the Knicks, call him about this. And, I was talking to Tommy, we were talking about, maybe let's go to a Knicks game together. And Tommy's like, 100%, I'm in. But, tickets is a problem. He's like, try Evans. So I'm like, I'm going to try Evans.
So you're saying that you want me to give you and Tommy Knicks tickets?
And for you to come.
Well, I only have 2 tickets, so who's not coming?
Yeah.
I mean, someone's
That
out.
means you two got to go by yourselves.
Yeah, so it's either, I'll leave this up to you, David. Either you get to go with Mr. Dudes and Dogs, Tommy Lugauer, or you go with me, a guy who hates the Knicks. It's your choice. I won't be offended.
I'll go with Tommy Lugauer.
All right.
Nice.
I'll put you on hold. Preseason game next year. I'm giving him a regular season game. If you would have said me, I would have considered a regular season game that I want to go to. But you know what? I'll give him a preseason game.
Why not?
You know what's crazy about the Knicks? Even their preseason games, tickets are hot.
It's the same. Is it the same? Or a
No,
little
it's
bit
not.
less?
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Isn't in the NFL? Isn't it the same?
No, it is not the same.
Oh.
They charge you a little bit less. So a lot of these teams now do dynamic pricing. I was actually going over this with the Mets earlier today because I was going through the different prices. It's crazy how it's all over the place.
based on what the opponent or the
Day of the week,
Yeah, right.
month, the whole thing. But in the preseason, because in the NBA, I'm not an NHL season ticket holder, but I'm sure they do the same thing. But in the NBA and the NFL, they charge you less, but they still charge you. And they probably still charge you more than they should charge you.
Right.
What I found weird about the Mets, tell me if you guys would agree with this. The Mets, basically every time they're home, will charge more for a Saturday game than a Sunday game. Your thoughts?
More for a Saturday game.
Correct.
Because it's in more demand, more likely on Sunday, people will think twice if they're not diehards.
I can't answer this. All I know,
They'll think twice if they're not a diehard about trekking out to the stadium.
is that the reason?
I would guess. So the demand might be marginally less.
All I know is the
Whereas
Mets.
Saturday, it's like,
Let's go.
whatever.
The Mets view Saturday games as a hotter ticket than Sunday games.
I can see that, though.
And I don't even have an opinion on it. All I know is I'm probably going to go to more Sunday games than
Right.
Saturday games. Because why would I go to the more expensive game?
Right.
Doesn't even make any sense to me. Let's go to Marcus. What's going on, Marcus?
Hey, man, Evan, I called to give you some good news, but then you stole my stuff, man. You
What was
just got
that?
done saying.
What? What I do?
Before the NFC Championship game, you went on a whole thing about Sam Darnold being a bigger joke for the Jets and what do people think. I called and told you it was a bigger joke on the Vikings, not the Jets.
You're right.
And it brings it to another thing. You guys just said that there's no similarity between these rosters, and that kind of takes away a little bit from the game. The point I've been trying to make for 3 weeks now is John Snyder. John Snyder is going to his 3rd Super Bowl in 15 years with the Seahawks.
Solid.
And if you want to fix the Jets, that should be Woody Johnson's number one call. We all know the Seahawks are going to be sold. There's going to be flux there. Not only has Snyder taken 3 teams to the Super Bowl in 15 years, he showed Pete Carroll the door when it was time and hired absolutely the right coach.
No, it's a great
when
Marcus.
Russell Wilson,
Marcus, it's a
when
it's,
Russell Wilson was cooked,
Yeah.
he fleeced the Denver Broncos
Yeah,
in a
right.
move that never
You're
gets
right.
talked about,
You're
but
right,
was
you're right.
one of the greatest moves we have seen in years. And if you want to fix the Jets, that's who Woody Johnson should be calling with an open checkbook.
That's a great point. First of all, just to attack or attach the first thing you said about Sam and what I said 3 weeks ago. No, you turned out to be right, because my point was it felt like the Jets were still more attached to Sam than anyone else, even though I believed the Vikings look worse considering they won 14 games last year and let them walk away. But what I have witnessed over the last 2 weeks through the discourse is that while the Jets are still facing a little bit of shrapnel, it's not as much as the Minnesota Vikings. So victory for you, Marcus.
Yeah. Here's the other thing about that trade, just for context.
Yes.
So, obviously, the Denver Broncos got Russell Wilson. The Seattle Seahawks got Drew Lock, whatever. Noah Fant, okay. Defensive lineman Shelby Harris. But then their draft picks.
Yeah, what'd they turn into?
Charles Cross, who was a stud, their starting tackle on this team. Boye Mafe, who was a stud outside linebacker. Devin Witherspoon, their cornerback.
Wow.
And then an edge rusher in Derek Hall. I don't know where Derek is now, but
And probably better than even the players they got, and this is the point Marcus was making, and it's a great point, is that he knew when to move on. It was not an obvious thing, at least in my mind, and he made the decision. Same
Right.
with Pete Carroll. The thing that intrigued me the most is, and if you guys haven't heard it, he's right, the Seahawks are being up for sale. The estate of Paul Allen is going up for sale.
Oh, that's right.
And that does at
Almost
least
forgot.
create the possibility of, oh, wow, would he leave? Now, the new owner would be smart to never let him leave.
there's no chance he's leaving.
Why?
He's going to elevate him.
ownership.
He's going to elevate him to president.
All right, so forget it. Then
He's gonna,
bad call, Marcus. You wasted our time.
He's going to need somebody to guide him.
Okay.
Yeah. Imagine buying a team that's in the Super Bowl, maybe wins the Super Bowl, and going, I don't like the way this is done
Yeah,
here.
and I don't like this this guy who's been running this team expertly for the last 15 years.
So, Marcus, just so you know, Sean and Tiki think you're an idiot. Like, why would you waste our time with that? So I'll one-up you. I think that Woody Johnson should just hire Howie Roseman. Call it a day. Just bring him in.
There's no way he's leaving.
Well, then again, everyone else is
He's
leaving.
in the Philly Mafia.
Everyone else is getting out of Philadelphia.
Not him.
Yeah. No, look.
He waited too long to get control and fill it.
The point, though, is fair that, yes, we've been saying this for years. You want to bring in someone competent who can save the franchise. Now, hopefully, Darren Muji ends up becoming that person, despite Sean's report that he's already miserable. But it doesn't feel like there's a real avenue to John Schneider or Howie Roseman actually leaving and taking the Jet job.
No chance.
But he is right about what Schneider's done. I don't think we talk about it enough. He's one of the great all-time executives when you look at what he's accomplished in Seattle, including the transition, because the transition isn't easy. And I've said that a lot about Brian Cashman, who takes a lot of crap around here. And one of the defenses I have about Brian Cashman is, despite the fact that they haven't won anything,
I think we're pretty good.
He transitioned out of the Jeter-Mariano era without them ever becoming bad.
Yeah.
And then becoming a good team to really good team. And I get it. It's not enough. I totally understand that. And that may be the case here with John Schneider. They may not win. They may lose this game and never win a Super Bowl. And if they don't win this game, there's a chance they're not going to win a Super Bowl. But there is still something to be said about being able to make that successful transition, which Brian Cashman did effortlessly.
Yes, he did. And this Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. 'Twas the final night of NHL hockey for essentially the month of February as the Olympic break begins. The Rangers lost 2-0 at home to Carolina. The Rangers haven't won at home in regulation since they beat the Blues before Thanksgiving. That's a true stat. The Islanders, meanwhile, beat the Devils 3-1. And how about a little bit of breaking news here from Jordan Renan? Malik Neighbors told him his rehab has been, quote, phenomenal, but he did, in fact, have a full meniscus repair in addition to the ACL surgery in October, which explains the crutch and brace he was seen wearing at MetLife last month. And typically a full meniscus repair does add to the recovery timeline.
So what does that mean?
I don't have a follow-up on if that means, shady for opening day or not. We'll see.
We'll do the math. I mean, we were doing it yesterday with Deuce McBride. That's how we figured out, all right, based on this injury and the history of it, this is what we're looking at. Based on that injury and now the new information that we have, what does it mean?
Yeah, it's just a longer recovery because you can fix the ACL. You tie it down and repair it, and then over time it's fine once you get your mobility back. But when you tear your meniscus, that's the fatty pad there. It takes some time because your body has to heal first of all and not re-damage it while it's healing, and then you just got to get comfortable again on it. So my son Chasen tore his ACL in his freshman season, and he also tore his meniscus. That's what made it complicated for him. He ended up basically not playing the entire next year. It's different. He was at Brown. It's not high-level football, but it bothered him for a couple of years. So I don't know what to expect. He's a pro, and that's concerning, actually.
Yeah, that's how I would take it. I think the answer is limit expectations. What to expect, just limit them just a little bit.
That's more concerning.
Yeah, no question about
it. Straight ACL tear, whatever.
Yeah.
This is different.
We'll get to more of your calls coming up at 888-808-1019. Plus, last night Matthew Stafford officially became the MVP, and it is our year anniversary of a very heated debate about Matthew Stafford. We'll relitigate it. Fanatics Fest, the world's #1 sports fan festival, returns to the Javits Center in New York City from July 16th to the 19th. See celebrities and athletes from all your favorite leagues, including Aaron Judge, Tom Brady, Kevin Hart, Jalen Brunson, Diana Taurasi, Mike Tyson, and so many more. Live panels, autographs, photo ops, rare trading cards, and memorabilia, plus exclusive merch drops you can only get at Fanatics Fest. This is the ultimate weekend where sports and culture collide. Tickets are on sale now and will sell out. Grab yours early at fanaticsfest.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Who dat, baby? Drew Brees is officially a Hall of Famer. The former New Orleans Saints quarterback retired after the 2020 season as a 13-time Pro Bowl selection, also leading the league in passing yards 7 times. This is more than deserved for the QB who transformed the Saints organization. The Hall of Fame got this one right. I'm Maddie Bates.
Oh, hello. It's me, the calculator that lives inside of TaxSlayer. And let me tell you, I love numbers. 1040s, 1099s, W-2s, all of them. With TaxSlayer, anyone can file a federal return for just $22.99. You'll get 100% accuracy and your biggest possible refund guaranteed. Now those are great numbers. Need help along the way? We've got US-based real human support. File by February 8th for just $22.99 and get the refund you deserve. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Hey, Metro New York. Ready for real savings? Switch to Allstate today. Because drivers who switched saved an average of $713 on their auto insurance. So, what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for an auto insurance quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
Boomer here. If you love cooking as much as I do, you got to listen up. The Chef IQ Mini Oven is your all-in-one kitchen hero. It bakes, broils, air fries, dehydrates, slow cooks, toasts, and more. It's got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, a color touchscreen, a soft closed door. It even syncs with the Chef IQ app, and pair it with the IQ Sense thermometer for perfect USDA-safe temps every single time you cook. So why not grab yours right now at chefiq.com. Use my name, code word Boomer, to save 30% at checkout.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
Hi, it's Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a very happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And while that's not an easy thing for me to achieve, my friends at CertaPro Painters had no such problems. Big jobs, small jobs, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
Tellers is not just a chop house, it's an institution celebrating more than 25 years of excellence. The one-of-a-kind setting, Tellers was born out of a historic bank with soaring 25-foot ceilings that set the stage for an unforgettable dining experience. Their culinary team elevates progressive takes on the classics while letting traditional chop house fare shine, built on USDA Prime 35-day dry-aged beef. Experience Tellers, an American chop house. Reserve now at tellerschophouse.com. That's tellerschophouse.com.
Summer in New York and New Jersey just got hotter. Tim McGraw, the Pawn Shop Guitar Tour. Get lost in the songs you love to sing. With special guests, 49 Winchester, PNC Bank Arts Center, Friday, July 10th, and Northwell at Jones Beach Theater on July 24th. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Part of the Cadillac Tri-State Concert Series.
Mercedes-Benz of Edison is more than a dealership. They're a luxury destination where exceptional vehicles meet exceptional people. It's why Cars.com named Mercedes-Benz of Edison the top Mercedes-Benz dealer in the U.S. for 2025. Discover yours at RayCatinaEdison.com.
Hi, this is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. I've talked about how a construction accident took my father's leg. The heavy prosthetic he wore looked nothing like the high-tech limbs we have today. It was crude wood and metal, held together by bolts that dug into his skin and left painful ulcers. But the thing I remember about my dad is how he never complained. He put on his prosthetic leg and he went to work. He coached my baseball teams, danced, sang karaoke, and even loved to travel. He may have limped, but he always held his head up high and he lived with dignity. At D'Agostino & Associates, I spent over 35 years building a law firm that helps accident victims and those in need of their Social Security disability benefits. We fight till our clients get the money and dignity they deserve. So call us today at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey. So don't tell me personal injuries aren't personal. I know what they can cost a family. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino Law. Bite back.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new brick you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-499-1424. 800-499-1424. 800-499-1424.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
The home of New York Giants football. The Fan.
Runs out of the tackle, down the right sideline, cuts inside at the 5, in for the touchdown!
1019 FM WFAN. WFAN FM. WFAN FM HD1 New York. An Odyssey sports station.
Yesterday, we were on the air and Shams announced Giannis won't be traded. And a few hours later, Giannis Antetokounmpo actually had the cojones to go on social media and tweet out a iconic clip from the movie The Wolf of Wall Street, in which Leonardo DiCaprio says, "I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere." And then he tweets out, "Legends don't chase, they attract." 100 and a sunglasses emoji.
That's a great Leo impersonation, Evan. You should work on that more.
Thank you. Giannis Antetokounmpo is such a fraud. I mean, he is unbelievable.
Right. It wasn't me demanding a trade.
No, that never happened. And now he puts himself over like he's some icon because he's like, legends don't run away.
There's no failure in sports.
I mean, dude, you're going to get traded in the summer.
There was failure in him trying to get traded.
Yeah, that was another failure. And he tries to play it off like, no, I'm staying.
Yeah.
I will make a bet with you, Giannis, not that he cares about me. You're going to be gone in July. You're going to get traded. Right. And then now you're going to look like a bigger fool that you were tweeting about how legends don't chase. Like, you're going to contradict yourself in 6-7 months.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't mean to.
Yeah, you did. You absolutely did.
No, I was literally doing the math. I was trying to figure out if it's July or how many months it is.
Right. 6. No, wait, that's 7.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's 6 or 7.
The NFL Honors was on last night. I didn't watch it, but I was curious to see the results and what happened. And so Matthew Stafford won the MVP in what is considered one of the closest races of all time. He edged out Drake May. I was leaning towards Matthew Stafford, but I think out of respect to the year Drake May had, I think this is one of those, it could go either way.
Yeah, it could have. It could have because Matthew Stafford had so much more than Drake May did from receiving. I mean, Devontae Adams had led the league in touchdowns, and Puka Nacua was probably right behind Jackson Smith and Jigba in the Offensive Player of the Year awards. And you go look at Drake May, and it's like, who are you throwing the ball to?
Right.
And so it's a different, but he still had an unbelievable statistical season. So you could see why he was more valuable. But I also get that Matt Stafford is turning into one of the great players at the end of his life, end of his football life that we've seen. Because he's gotten better since he got traded.
Absolutely. I guess you needed to get away from Detroit for that to happen. He was good in Detroit. He's great here in Los Angeles. Sean McVay deserves a lot of credit. But it got me thinking of you and Sean because a year ago at this very time, we had some very heated debates about Matthew Stafford because there were rumors that Stafford wanted out. Sean was saying, yeah, his wife does a podcast. She wants to live in New York. I remember that was one of the angles. You, rightfully so, said, hey, I want Matthew Stafford, but I'm skeptical.
Yeah.
I think this is all about a new contract.
He is using us.
And remember, the Giants hired his brother-in-law.
That too,
who John Harbaugh just retained.
That is right. But I remember in the course of this, all understanding this may not happen, I was very adamant that it would be stupid for the New York Giants to trade for Matthew Stafford. And you were the opposite. In fact, I have a quick clip from 1 year ago of Tiki passionately arguing the point for why the New York Giants, if available, should trade for Matthew Stafford.
I just want to win. And if Matthew Stafford has 5 years left in his career and he still is playing at a high level, which, by the way, he is, and you win, who cares if Dave never nurtures a young kid?
Yeah, my argument was, great, Matthew's really good, and maybe you do have some success for a few years, but don't you want to find your future quarterback? Especially when you were drafting that high. Now, they didn't even use that top pick for a quarterback. They got the pick later. And I think we both agreed that it was very unlikely that they would draft a quarterback in the first round if they traded for Matthew Stafford. So my argument against you was, hey, I'm looking at the big picture. And I thought that was a good cut because you were like, dude, they got to win. Here's where we are a year later. Matthew Stafford won the MVP.
Yep.
If he was the quarterback of the New York Giants playoff team,
not without a doubt, they're a playoff team.
Okay.
I mean, because the first 3 games, they were winnable.
Yes.
And the Giants probably win them with Matt Stafford.
Matthew Stafford's the quarterback.
Russell Wilson threw for 405 yards. Matt Stafford would have thrown for 620. I'm serious. That's how bad the Cowboys' defense was at the beginning of the season.
I do not dispute that. I would also say that the Giants are probably a playoff team, and John Harbaugh is not your head coach.
Yes.
Brian Daboll is.
Right. And by the way, why is that a bad thing?
I didn't say it's a bad thing. I am just putting the facts out because I want to now relitigate this a year later because I actually think it's interesting. I'm not playing gotcha. I think this is fascinating. Would you rather be there? Like, hey, we just won 10, 11 games. We believe in Dave's. Why not? You know, maybe the second time he's won Coach of the Year. And, yeah, I don't know how long Matthew's going to play. But
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Would you prefer that over where you are now?
No, because I like where we are now. But it's 1A, 1B.
Both good spots.
Unbelievably good spots. Because if Matthew Stafford's a quarterback, then our second first-round pick or whatever, top of the second pick, we're getting someone who's a baller.
100%. Well, and so we're has a chance to be a baller. We don't know.
Whatever. Like you drafting one of the better players, one of the top 35 players in the league.
We know Joe Shane's track record, so you don't know.
The last 2 years have actually been pretty good.
It has.
And so, I think ultimately the team is deeper and better if Matthew Stafford is the quarterback and not Jackson Dart.
You're closer to winning in this moment today. Yes. In fact, maybe you do go on a deeper run than we could even imagine if that trade happens. The negative is what happened in Matthew Stafford's speech, and it was great. His daughters were up there looking very cute, and Matthew Stafford announced, he also said ass in front of his daughters, which was strange. He's like, we're going to kick ass next year. I mean, aren't we careful? I try to be careful.
You don't watch football in my house.
No, it doesn't matter.
I said I tried. I said I'm not successful at it. Either way, Matthew Stafford.
Your kids might be a tad too young. My kids know every curse word.
Every single one of them?
Every single one.
Yeah.
Or they've heard it somewhere.
And mine
every
just,
single
yeah.
one.
Are they using them or they just...
They don't use them, but they don't react to them.
Gotcha.
So when we grew up, you reacted to it. It's like, oh my God, he said it. My kids are like, yeah, whatever.
Now, the more you say
I heard it on YouTube. I heard it in the movie that we were watching.
I think, as you say this, you are right. I think both my kids are aware of all the curse words. I think I'm the naive one who's like, ooh, I shouldn't curse.
Right.
Would you accept, Sean, this situation that you're in right now as a better situation than this alternate universe? And you were in favor of it, too, of trading for Matthew Stafford. And I think that's fair that they're a playoff team, or at least close to a playoff team. Brian Daboll is back. But as I was saying, I apologize, Stafford dramatically announced he's coming back.
Yeah.
Like, we are living, almost in a year-to-year world with him.
What was his extension? Because was it only 2 years?
I thought it was 3.
Maybe it was 3, but I remember in real time thinking, this would be awesome, but he's using us. Like he just
No, you were right about that.
He just wants to get paid by the Rams. But also, he's 30. This was his year 38 season. How much longer is he going to want to play? And I honestly think that going into last season, Matt Stafford, who was coming off some injury issues, he had UCL surgery or something.
Yeah, and then his back was a problem.
Yeah, he had some issues health-wise, and it was like, man, maybe he's just going to hang it up. But I think he believes that he needs to win another championship, and then he's a Hall of Famer. And so when you've gotten this far, and then you win your MVP at 38, I mean, like
37.
Like 37.
He's
whatever.
about to be 38, to your point. He'll be 38 next year.
Like you win your first MVP. You've been good your whole career. You win your first MVP at 37 years old, and you're still playing at a high level. Like I got to keep going until I'm a Hall of Famer.
No, and you may be right. In that clip, you said 5 years of Matthew Stafford. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's going to be 5 years. It may be more than just 2 years. I would just tell you
so that's 4 more left.
Yeah, let's say it is 4.
So that's 42.
I would still prefer the spot the Giants are in now versus that. And so I don't know if you'll accept this. I believe we both won the argument. I do, because I believe that my point is even more valid now that you have a quarterback and you have a coach where you feel great about your future. And I do think your point is valid that Matthew Stafford just won the freaking MVP. Like, you guys could have very well been in a championship game. Who knows?
I think the thing about that argument that gets lost is where we were at that argument. Who could have seen Jackson Dart coming?
Well, nobody saw him getting drafted, even though I do remember saying in the pre-draft, I want Abdul Carter, and we got to find a way to get Jackson Dart.
Right. You did.
So I didn't think they were going to trade. I thought he was just going to fall to the second round.
It was not, to be clear, Jackson Dart. Like, I was not arguing back in February of last year, you're going to get Jackson Dart. I was arguing where I am as a franchise, I want the young quarterback. Yeah. I understand the risks, and Matthew Stafford was the surer thing, and no question. But I want the grander picture. I want the longer kind of runway to success. So, no, I and others weren't arguing Jackson Dart. I'm not going to lie about that. But the point was the avenue to go is to find your young quarterback. And, look, that's why I think me and Tiki both won. Not only did Stafford have a good year, he had a great year, and the Giants found their quarterback.
Right, and the Giants did everything opposite of what we kind of expected from the quarterback spot until week 4 when they said, all right, this Russell Wilson thing was whatever we convinced ourselves to do was so utterly wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. But Jackson Dart won that competition in the preseason.
No, he should have started right away.
He should have started right away.
I think you're right.
Because they promised Russell Wilson he was going to play, or at least whoever did. Dave's, I'm assuming.
They've denied that.
Of course they have. But why the hell was Russell Wilson starting for the New York Giants?
No, I don't get it. So which side would you rather be on now, knowing this alternate history?
Knowing the alternate history, I'd rather be on the side they're on now, because even with that MVP year, I think we would still right now be saying, should they be taking a shot on a quarterback in the first? Like, they'd be picking in the late 20s, and we'd be saying, should they take a shot on Ty Simpson and stash him? I'm so happy to enter an offseason not asking a quarterback question.
Yeah, but
and you'd still have it with Stafford.
Okay, but when a team is really good, how long does it last?
I know. It's fleeting, but you know what we would be saying, Tiki? The Packers, they did the right thing with Jordan Love while Rodgers was playing on those last couple of years. We would have this conversation this year, and if they didn't do it, it would be next year. I'm so tired of having the quarterback conversation.
Yeah, but I'm so tired of not having a winning team.
I agree. But also, this is coming from, I already sat through it. It's over. I sat through it this year.
Now, here's where I can still take a major L, as could you, Sean. What if we're wrong about Jackson Dart?
Oh, God, then by all means, that's a slam dunk.
Because as much as we're all high on him, and it's almost like this universal opinion of we believe in him, and by the way, he's had a good couple of days with the swagger he has at NFL honors, he hasn't done it yet. Like, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, like,
he's a star in the making.
Yes.
But not actually a star yet.
He's not a star yet. He's got a really good chance to be a star.
He
acts like a star.
He is the
Nate's like a star.
Visual. I'm trying to think of the word, because he is the chance to be a great player in this league. That's what makes you a star.
Yeah.
But he presents as one.
No doubt.
Already.
He already presents himself as a star.
Yeah.
Did you watch NFL Honors last night?
I did not.
I didn't watch it, but I wanted to see some highlights of it to see
I just
if
saw
I
the
missed
highlight.
anything.
I got all the highlights on social media.
Yeah.
You can they just pop up.
And honestly, there are no highlights worth playing except for one thing. There is one highlight that I thought was worth playing, in my opinion.
Is this Drewski?
No. I didn't even, that one, I thought about that. It was when Mike Vrabel was announced as the AP Coach of the Year. And he was announced as AP Coach of the Year, and the woman announcing it was Tiffany Haddish, according to my research.
Yeah.
Who is a comedian and an actress.
Very funny.
Very funny woman. So for that reason, I'm not sure if this was on purpose or not, but here's Mike Vrabel being announced as the AP Coach of the Year.
2025 AP Coach of the Year is Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel is busy preparing for the Super Bowl.
So because she's a comedian, you have to keep it open to the possibility that
She's joking. She's totally not joking.
she's not joking.
She had no idea.
No idea?
No idea. No idea.
Mike Vrabel.
You have one job. Announce the winner. That's it. The other thing
it's because we know it. We know what it said.
Well,
we know what it
Super
said.
Bowl coach.
Mike Vrabel.
But she doesn't watch sports, I'm assuming.
I get it.
Not closely enough to know. And so, like, when you look at his name, if you just look at it, you're like, oh, what the hell does that say? It's like VR. How do you
Mike Vrabel.
But all you got to do is see the A, and the A saves you.
Yeah.
She didn't look at the A.
She didn't look at the A. The other thing that was really weird is that when they announced the offensive rookie of the year, let me get this right, whatever that award is, the person who announced it, did you see who the presenter was for that award?
No.
And just so you know, the winner of that award was Ted McMillan.
Yes.
Well deserved.
Very well.
The person who announced the winner was Tyler Shuck's father-in-law.
What?
Yeah. That's what I read. What? Tyler Shuck's father-in-law announced the Offensive Rookie of the Year at the 2026
Who is
NFL
Tyler
Honors.
Shuck's father-in-law?
All right, so I'll answer that. He was a stand-in. It was supposed to be Tyler Shuck's wife, who's expecting their first child, so she was unable to do it. So the stand-in was her dad, the father-in-law. But this leads me to, why are they announcing it if he's not winning? Does that make any sense? Yeah.
Hold on, I'm confused now.
You think I'm making this up?
So Tyler Shuck's wife was supposed to introduce the Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Because they assumed he was winning?
I don't know.
I don't understand
I was going through
why
the awards.
a player's wife would be introducing an award.
Yeah, it's so weird that Sean is now checking to make sure I didn't get ball sacked, which is totally fair. Let me know if that's real, because I saw the video. I don't know who Tyler
Shuck's father-in-law?
He's a guy.
What's his name?
His name is Derek Warmdahl. He's just a guy. Yeah. So
the NFL Honors has fallen to just having whoever. Let me pull you out of the audience. Hey, man, can you talk? What? Hey, can you speak coherently in front of a mic and you get nervous. All right, good. Come here. You got to introduce an award. Like that's seriously what it sounds like. There's nothing but legends in that room.
Right.
Just get some legend.
It's also like kind of screwed up.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Like, I'm going to put you in these shoes. How pissed you would be. They ask your wife to announce who's getting into the Hall of Fame, and it's not you. It's Luke Kuechly. Wouldn't you be like, "Are you freaking kidding me?"
Right.
Like, fine, I didn't get in. Totally accepted. You had my wife announce it?
Right. Sean, have you gotten to the bottom of this?
So he did announce it.
Told you.
And
Okay, but why?
So, and NOLA wrote about it, or whatever that big website is down there. And even there, for some odd reason, we all thought he was winning the award based on the NFL's choice to have the father-in-law / wife announce the award.
Isn't that crazy?
What?
Yeah. They got to make that
That's
stuff
got to
up.
be unprecedented.
I don't understand.
I'm lost on this.
Drewski couldn't announce another?
Well, I mean, after he said Jackson Smith.
That's why I want to play it. And here's what's crazy. So the AP Offensive Rookie of the Year was won by Ted McMillan. Here are the final votes, just so you know that this wasn't like, well, it's close, we're not sure. Ted McMillan got 41 first-place votes.
Yeah.
Tyler Shook got 5.
Yeah.
So it was a blowout. It wasn't like, hey, let's have Shuck do it because it's such a close vote. We think he's going to win. He didn't win. It wasn't even close. And they decided to have the father-in-law, or at first, the wife, hand out the award that he was going to finish second in. Crazy, right?
This is the most confused I've been by an NFL decision in a league that's made a lot of weird decisions.
I know. That's why I gave you guys the information. I'm here to give you the info, and then you explain it to me. Let's get back to your calls, 888-808-1019. Let's go to Zach in Berkeley Heights, New Jersey. What's up, Zach?
Tiki and Evan, what's up, guys?
All good.
Hey, Tiki, back to the Super Bowl stuff. I'm sure you thought about this, but just because you basically said that comfortably you think the Seahawks will win, have you thought about possibly if Gonzalez, maybe a safety as well, take out Njigba, what that would look like? Because, that front four and the linebackers for New England are pretty good.
Right.
And do you really want to put the game on Darnold with Kupp and Shaheed?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. So what he's essentially saying, because Bill Belichick was a master at this. This is why
stuff legends are made of.
This is why he won so many Super Bowls,
including the one he was a DC in against Buffalo with the Giants. That's the legendary game plan,
right? Because they took out why am I forgetting the wide receiver's name? And they basically let
Thurman Thomas
run wild, do whatever Thurman wants. I forget what's his name.
Andre Reed.
Andre Reed. Andre Reed is not beating us. That's what Bill Belichick has been famous for doing as a defensive coordinator and as a head coach with the Patriots. Now, is Mike Vrabel going to say, whatever's happened, Jackson Smith and Jigba is not beating us? So the question then becomes, can Ken Walker, can Rashid Shaheed, can Cooper Kupp, who's still really good despite being whatever he is, 33 years old, can they beat us? I think, unfortunately, the answer is probably yes still. Those guys are really good players. They run the ball extremely effectively. They have one of the best screen games in football. So Jackson Smith and Jigba is important, but I don't think he's the total key to them winning games.
Mitchell in Queens. Hey, Mitchell.
Hey, happy Friday, boys. So I have 2 points. Evan, please don't cut me off because one is a shot at you for idiots with idioms from years way back.
Okay.
So first, Tiki, just on the last point you said, and as a fearful Jets fan who saw many Revis days, I feel like the only shot for the Patriots to win this game is if they can put Christian Gonzalez on an island with JSN. Yeah, and I don't know. I have not watched enough tape of that. If he's that good,
he's just a phenomenal route runner, Mitchell. I know Christian Gonzalez is great, but at some point you get got, and it's like, don't let that play beat you. So it might be one play.
That's it. All it takes is one play.
All it would take was one play.
Yeah.
Okay, and Evan, here's my point for you. This has got to be a couple of years ago. It was around Halloween time, and I don't know if it was with Tiki or with Craig, and you were saying, I'll keep it PG because you had a major faux pas. You said...
Was it Drewski level?
I don't know. You'll determine that for me. So you're debating what was the best candy that you get on Halloween. So, Evan, you're like, when you get home, you take that Reese's, and instead of saying peanut butter cup, you said peanut butter cup.
I do. Yes. I do recall that, yes.
And shove that right in your mouth. And I always think about that. And I'm like, did you say you shove it in your mouth, your kid's mouth?
Well, Mitchell, believe it or not, and Sean is going to go through the archives. I think it exists. Like, I think that was saved. Like, I think Tommy, I think it was with you. Pretty sure it was with you.
Now we know what happened after the Rascal Flats
Stick
concert.
that Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. There you go.
Now we know what happened
That
with
was it.
Rascal Flats in Albany with you and Saintly Sylvia. Now
Stick that Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Now, you cut off the rest of it, thankfully. We don't know where it's stuck. Stick that Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. But you got it. Can I defend myself?
Go ahead.
That's an easy slip. Reese's Pieces or Reese's Peanut Butter Cup can easily be slipped
So
in.
you were talking about Reese's Pieces.
I don't know. Can you say it? Play it again.
Okay, hold on.
I'm not sure. I don't know what I said. Something about, Stick that Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I was trying to say Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. But that's an innocent mistake. Jeez.
No, I could understand
Reese's made both the peanut butter cups and the pieces?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if he was saying Reese's Pieces, I accept his answer. It's not a Reese's Pieces peanut butter cup.
No, but you know what I think happened? I think I was thinking of both because I'm a huge fan of both.
You like the Reese's Pieces?
Reese's Pieces is probably my favorite.
Oh, and they're so versatile. Dump them in
incredible.
popcorn. Oh.
The Reese's Pieces was E.T., right?
Yes, Reese's Pieces.
I did that for the first time recently.
The popcorn with the Reese's
Yes.
Pieces. Oh, it's such a go-to with the movie.
I didn't realize how amazing it was.
Really?
So
I've never tried it.
It melt like the chocolate peanut butter melts up as you're eating the popcorn and you pop it in your mouth. Oh, forget about it.
It works. I never thought it would work.
I just feel like it's not going to... It's going to melt too much or not enough.
No. The only problem is you get to that bottom of that bucket if you've really been a pig and you mistake one pieces for a kernel and you bite into it, think it's a piece, bad scene.
Right. But I think that's why I made the mistake, because I was thinking of Reese's Peanut Butter and Reese's Pieces. Stick that Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. And if you combine them, that's what you get. That's an innocent mistake, though.
Have you had the Oreo in the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup?
I don't know if I have.
Oh.
Is that a thing?
Oh, they floated on my kitchen counter yesterday. Let me tell you something. Watching a Ranger loss like that, eating that, fantastic.
Now, what you should do with all these things is freeze it. I'm telling you.
Of course.
Every candy, every muffin,
The
every
Entenmann's
cake.
donuts, classic.
Absolute best. Well, thank you very much for the call and reminding me of that faux pas I once made. Let's go to Johnny K in the Bronx.
Stick that Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
All right.
Yeah.
What's up, Johnny K, man?
Hi. Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the Bill Giants Super Bowl. I always thought Belichick got too much credit. Giants held the ball for 41 minutes.
Yeah, they did.
And that brings me to my next point, how O.J. Anderson is not in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. But meanwhile, Paul Hornung had 3,700 yards rushing, 50 touchdowns, and he's in the Hall of Fame. O.J. had over 10,000 yards rushing and 81 TDs. I mean,
yeah, but
I don't
you
know
know
what
why?
the criteria is for that, but that's bizarre to me.
You can't.
I know what you mean, but
I haven't even said anything. You don't know what I mean. You can't do it. Like, it's a different era.
It's a different game, man.
He was like doing everything. Like, didn't he also play defense and kick and quarterback? Like,
he was a quarterback, halfback. He kicked. He was
did
a safety.
everything.
Yeah, I mean, and he played in the 60s.
Yeah, it's such a different era that the one thing you can't do is bring up stats and say, what about them? Because if you do that and you bring up Joe Namath's stats and you compare him to basically any quarterback that's playing right now, Joe's going to look like he was a bum. But it's not the case. It's just such a different era where the numbers just can't be compared. You can't do it.
Right. He also was an MVP, and that changes things.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do it. Plus, he was involved in a gambling scandal.
Yep.
Can't leave that part out either. We'll get back to your calls at 888-808-1019. That is the toll-free number. Plus, we've got coaching news in the NFL. Major news. Plus, major news that could impact the Jets and the Giants as well. And more of your calls on the Super Bowl as Evan and Tiki take you throughout your afternoon and morning until 2.
Back when I played in the league, creatine was a locker room secret. Players knew, trainers knew, the fans didn't. But now the secret is out. Creatine boosts strength, speeds up recovery, and even helps brain health. That's why I take GAT Sports' new Creatine Chews. 5 grams per serving with no sugar and no shaker needed. That means no mess. Save 30% off your first bottle at gatsport.com with code Tiki30. That's GATsport.com with code Tiki30. GAT Sport Creatine Chews. Fuel up and compete harder.
This portion of the program was sponsored by Downtown Nursing and Rehabilitation Center.
Hey, healthcare workers of New York, are you looking to make a difference? Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is actively hiring nurses and CNAs. Call 718-636-1000. That's 718-636-1000.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ratliff, Engineering Director at Nissan. You know, some things are important to hear from an expert, not a voice actor. For instance, the Nissan Rogue is not only strong and practical, but it's reliable too. We've tested the turbocharged engine for thousands of hours, so it keeps going when you need it most. And 225 pound-feet of torque is what's going to allow this SUV to tackle those bigger, more ambitious adventures. Everything so you can go rogue.
Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. Get 0% APR on the 2026 Nissan Rogue, Murano, or 2025 Nissan Pathfinder for well-qualified buyers. For J.D. Power 2025 US IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Example: 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to in-mat credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 3/2/26.
Looking for Michelin tires at the guaranteed lowest price? Get to Town Fair Tire for Michelin's Cross Climate tires, offering a design that delivers an exceptional level of long-lasting performance throughout the tire's lifespan. Plus, Town Fair gives you more free services than anywhere else. For the guaranteed lowest price and your best deal on Michelin Cross Climate tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Shop best of season produce at Whole Foods Market. Get Sumo citrus for $3.49 per pound with Prime through February 10th. Brighten your winter with sweet, juicy citrus, perfect for snacking or salads. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Attention drivers, the Mega Millions jackpot is up to $346 million. Take a break from the Jersey traffic and stop at any New Jersey lottery retailer to grab a ticket.
Hey, it's John Gallucci Jr., President and CEO at JAG Physical Therapy. It's hockey season, and your little pros get big injuries too. Parents, play it safe. If your son and daughter sustain an injury, JAG Physical Therapy is prepared. Our licensed physical therapists, occupational therapists, and certified athletic trainers treat you at our state-of-the-art facilities. Our physical therapists are certified to treat all sports injuries, from youth leagues to the big leagues. Injuries can happen to anyone, and it's important that you get treated right away. We are an in-network provider with most insurance companies, including Medicare. When you get injured, we're ready at JAG Physical Therapy, and we look forward to cheering you on from the sidelines.
JAG is the only outpatient physical therapy and occupational therapy provider that serves the 5 boroughs, Long Island, Rockland, Westchester, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. Schedule your visit today at jagpt.com. That's JAGPT.com.
Get back the life you love at Jag Physical Therapy.
DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is making every moment of Super Bowl 60 count with DraftKings Live Millions, featuring over $5 million in prizes. Here's how it works. Open the DraftKings Sportsbook app, opt in, and get your promo token. Place a live bet of $1 or more on the Super Bowl, and you're in. And every live bet means another shot to win. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WFAN. That's code WFAN. Bet live for your share of $5 million in prizes with code WFAN. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Minimum odds minus 500. Prizes either bonus bets or single use 20% profit boost. Max bet $20 that expire in 30 days. See official rules at sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos for entry period and free method of entry. Sponsored by Crown Gaming Inc.
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
At Grubhub, we're eating the fees on restaurant orders over $50. That's right. No more of those pesky fees. No delivery fee, no service fee, no knock knock. Who's there? Another fee. No more fees on restaurant orders over $50. Only on Grubhub.
Grubhub will eat the fees.
Details at Grubhub.com.
Hi, it's Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a very happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And while that's not an easy thing for me to achieve, my friends at CertaPro Painters had no such problems. Big jobs, small jobs, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
The home of Super Bowl 60 on Westwood 1 is WFAN.
Jackson Smith in Jigba with a diving two-hand catch for 6.
The Patriots will face the Seahawks for the Lombardi Trophy in Santa Clara this Super Bowl Sunday.
To the end zone! Touchdown, Patriots!
Get insight and the latest breaking news about the biggest game of the year here. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always playing on the iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and Odyssey apps.
Super Bowl Friday here on The Fan. We'll make our picks a little bit later on. And get to your phone call. Sean will feed us a Cinco de Luncho list, which is always exciting, the Friday before the Super Bowl. But there is some significant NFL coaching news from the last 24 hours. I'll start with the most recent one. Jim Schwartz, who was passed up for the Cleveland Browns head coaching job and then got insulted by the guy who got the job over him, Todd Monken, by saying, I never game planned for Jim Schwartz. I game planned for Myles Garrett. Which, yes, it's true, but it's an insult. Jim Schwartz has announced that he's not going to coach with Cleveland, no surprise there, and is going to sit out the season. And so come next year, I assume he's no longer under contract and he'll be a free agent. That's the one thing I don't know. Like, does Cleveland own his rights because he resigned? But he will be one of the hottest and most attractive defensive coordinators. He would have been one this year, too, because he's really good. I thought he had a real chance to be the Niners DC. Yeah. They ended up going with Raheem Morris, which is a great hire in itself. But he is one of the better defensive coordinators.
Does it work the same way with coordinators as it does with head coaches?
Yeah, unless he's getting a head coach, Cleveland can say, we're not letting you take a lateral move. And they own his rights. So that might be why he's going to sit out a year.
And that works the same way.
So
with
does it toll? That's my question, though. Like for head coaches, Sean Payton sat out a year, but his contract, which still had another year, kind of told. They still owned it. If he sits out a year, Jim Schwartz, does that contract end?
I need to confirm this, but my guess is maybe it tolls and he just feels like they'll be more likely to just let him out in a year.
And they would
because I don't think he got really a ton of opportunities because he probably assumed that he was getting the job.
It was also very late in the process.
Yeah.
I mean, think about what jobs were available. We mentioned San Francisco was one of them. They ended up going with Raheem Morris. Like, there weren't a lot of D.C. jobs that were out there.
Yeah, that's right.
And the same question applies to the other resignation that occurred in the last 24 hours, and that's Jeff Stoutland, a guy you've talked about before, because when talking about Saquon, the Eagles, the Giants, many times you've gone out of your way to say, their coaching, their offensive line. And Jeff Stoutland's been responsible for that for the last decade as the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line coach since 2013. He has resigned, and it's come out that he just felt marginalized.
He did get marginalized.
They took away what role from him?
So he was the run game coordinator. So he essentially designed and helped call their run game. And we saw it last season when Saquon Barkley rushed for 2,000 yards and the ninth person player to ever do that. And it was just a fantastic season all the way around. Obviously, it was helped because of Kellen Moore. So they lose Kellen Moore. Patullo is their offensive coordinator. And it just felt like they were at odds because nothing ever felt right. There was a couple of games where Saquon went off, but it was not the same. And so he got scapegoated and got demoted. His run game coordinator position got taken away from him midseason. And that was it was the beginning of the writing on the wall.
So he's left Philadelphia. It seems like no one wants to be in Philadelphia anymore, which is awesome. And one thing that jumped out at me is that the Jets' new offensive coordinator, Frank Reich, has a connection to him because Frank was the OC while Jeff was the offensive line coach in, I think, 16 and 17 would be the 2 years that jump out at me when Frank was in Philadelphia. I know that just means they coach together. That doesn't mean they're best friends. It doesn't mean they would work together. The Jets actually have an offensive line coach in Steve Hyden who did a pretty good job. But this guy's the elite one. This is probably the best of the best. So, number one, the Jet thing jumps out at me. And I know you guys probably have the Giants jumping out at you like, hey, can we bring him into John Harbaugh's staff?
Yeah, yesterday morning, Jordan Renan reported that he will not be the Giants' O-line coach.
And why is that?
Because
of his interest or their interest?
Not sure. It feels like it's trending to be Juan Castillo as the Giants' O-line coach, but also the Eagles, like Jim Schwartz, hold the rights now to Stoutland.
So they wouldn't let him go to the Giants?
They wouldn't let him.
I wonder if they would with the Jets, since the Jets are like
they
a
wouldn't
harmless.
let him, but if he can't, there's no forward position.
Correct. But I also think it's a rule in the NFL. If they allow one team to speak to him at the O-line coach, they have to allow everybody to speak to him.
Oh, okay. So they couldn't be like, hey, the Jets are harmless. Who cares? Let him go there.
So this could be a Schwartz situation where he also has to sit out a year.
Wow. Well, it's interesting. What jumped out at me besides the Jet and Giant connection potentially is the Philadelphia thing just feels rotten.
Right.
And I get it. You laid out the reasons for it and it makes a lot of sense. But, between no one really wanting the OC job, between this, it just feels like the A.J. Brown thing, like he'll probably be traded.
And now in that same podcast, Lane Johnson and Landon Dickerson may retire this offseason.
Yeah, it feels like they're crumbling.
Lane Johnson feels like he's getting there.
Yeah.
He was hurt a lot last year. Landon Dickinson's also getting up there a little bit. He's not as old.
But he had a lot of injuries in college, so
Yep.
we knew he might have a short shelf life.
Yeah.
So say it, Sean. You know what you want to say. Just say it.
The NFC is ripe for the picking.
Go further than that.
They
The
got
NFC
a
East.
serious rebuild to do with their O-line.
Yeah, and the Giants
That's
and
just
Cowboys will play for the NFC East title in Week 18.
Channel it. Channel your good friend Sal Licata. Say it. What's over?
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I got some integrity here.
The NFC East is.
You know what? The NFC East is over for the Eagles. I'm taking the field.
Would you take the field? That's
I probably
risky.
would.
Yeah.
I mean,
One of those three.
If the Cowboys get, marginally better defensively, they're going to win a lot of games.
Yeah, they got a lot of
because
talent.
they can just outscore you.
And the Commanders should be better if Jaden Daniels is healthy.
Yep.
And we've talked about the Giants. Now they have a chance to have a big turnaround. Yeah, you're probably right to take the field.
Yeah.
Are you going to join me in my Giants are going to win the NFC bet that I just placed on FanDuel?
If you remember last year, I bet them to win the Super Bowl, and I got a cash-out offer almost immediately when the Stafford rumors.
Excuse me. The Giants to win the Super Bowl?
Do you remember this last year?
No.
The day after the Super Bowl, we came in here, and I bet immediately the Giants to win the Super Bowl, and within 24 hours, I was getting payout cash-out offers. We did this on the air, yes.
So how much did you end up getting out of that?
I didn't cash out, so I got nothing. I got nothing.
Come on.
I got nothing.
See, that's the funny thing about these kinds of bets. I would cash out so quickly. Like, I could cash out before week 1, potentially. Like, just enough hype goes to the Giants. They offer me, 25% on my... I'm like, done. I'll see you later.
Right.
Before we get back to your calls, there was another piece of not just coaching rumors, but coaching news involving the New York Football Giants.
Yes, this Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. As NFL players were getting awards, John Harbaugh was continuing to work. The Giants coach reached an agreement with his and his brother's former offensive coordinator, Greg Roman, to join the Giants staff. He's being viewed as a senior offensive coach, but the speculation is that he will basically be the run game coordinator, which was one of the areas Matt Nagy's offensive coordinating failures had pointed to, the lack of run success, and seemed to stick out. So here we go. Greg Roman joining the staff for John Harbaugh.
Gotta love that.
Yeah.
That feels good on paper.
No, it definitely does. Just the experience. The depth of experience is what's so important.
Yes.
No question.
And this Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Corey in Massapequa Park. What's up, Corey?
Hey, boys. Good morning. How are you?
Excellent. What's on your mind, man?
I wanted to comment on the Neighbors injury. So a little bit of a unique take. I used to work in orthopedics doing sales stuff, but we would, work a lot with physicians for orthopedic surgeries. I also had ACL and meniscus, repair surgery as well. Just to kind of echo what you said, it definitely is more complex when you have a repair. A lot of times they just do like a meniscectomy where they just cut out the injured part. And I've had that as well. And you can walk out of the hospital with that. That's really not that bad. The concern is long-term, longevity of the knee and all of that, but you kind of deal with that 20, 30 years later. The repair, they obviously want to preserve as much of the tissue as possible, but it really comes down to, they call it white, red, or red. So pretty much how vascular is that area of the meniscus so that the stitches will hold. Obviously, I don't know. I imagine he's having, world-class care, and they're most likely doing a red, kind of repair.
Right.
So it definitely adds to it. The other thing I'll say, just personally, when I had the meniscal repair with an ACL, you're in full extension for 6 weeks because of the meniscus. So there is a little bit more atrophy of the muscle. It definitely does, provide a little bit longer of a play for that. My last point is if it does fail, then you can get the meniscectomy where they just kind of trim it out.
Yeah.
So
there's an option.
I guess
should
the
it go
bailout
right? Should it go wrong, Corey? There's a next step with the meniscus. The ACL is probably sound. You don't have to worry about that. It's the meniscus that you worry about.
The positive is he got hurt so early in the season,
True.
assuming that the
It's been a
procedures.
long time.
September 28th was the date. I mean, it was
It's been a
very
long time, right?
Yeah. So, and I think right now, I'd ask it this way: would you sign for Malik Neighbors starting training camp on PUP and being ready for week 4?
Yeah.
So it's a full year?
Yeah, but I think this almost guarantees the Giants are going wide receiver at some point.
Yeah.
First or second round.
They probably needed to anyway, especially with the uncertainty around Wan'Dale Robinson and free agency. But now you throw in the uncertainty of, okay, is Malik Neighbors going to be ready for the start of the year? I don't know. And then B, is it going to affect him? Is it going to slow him down at all? Scary stuff because, who the hell knows? It's a freaking injury. And everybody's body's different. We did this yesterday with Deuce McBride when the news came out about Deuce needing surgery for his core muscles. I think it was the way it was phrased. And you're reading the different timelines of NBA players. Some are back in 6 weeks. Some are back in 4 months.
I know.
And it's who the hell knows? Dante in East Brunswick. Hey, Dante.
Hey, guys. I had a question for you guys. Interested to hear your opinion. I'm with Brady and Belichick kind of in the news a little bit right now. I'm one of the few guys left that thinks it was more Belichick than Brady. And, people like to rewrite history a little bit, but the good thing about it is you can go on YouTube right now and you could watch, those games from 01 and 03 and 04, and you could see what was going on at that time. A lot of defense, a lot of, special team stuff, even in those playoff runs.
Yep.
There was actually a game in there that I was watching, Tiki, in 03, not to throw you under the bus, but you fumbled on the opening drive. The Patriots ran it back for a touchdown. And, even if you look at that box score in that game, he's 8 for 20 for 110 yards. They beat us 13-6. But, there's a lot of games like that is my point. And he was able to become great. But my question is, in 2000, the Jets drafted Chad Pennington in that same draft, right?
Yep.
And now if the New York Jets draft Tom Brady, whatever round, doesn't matter, 6th round, first, whatever, if you switch the positions,
right,
and the Jets drafted Tom Brady, do you think that we're considering Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback? Do you think he ultimately wins a couple Super Bowls with the Jets, or do you think we're living in some alternate universe?
So Dante, you're making the point that is Belichick, and
oh yeah, he clearly gave his opinion without specifically saying it.
But it's hard to argue it.
Yeah. Well, okay, so there's a lot there. Number one, do I think if the Jets drafted Tom Brady in 2000, and remember, Chad Pennington was the first quarterback taken. I think I've made a big deal of this, that the Jets never pick the first quarterback.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work out that way. It happened with Chad. It happened with Joe Namath. That doesn't happen very often. My gut feeling says no. Now, I do believe the Jets were more competent in the early 2000s when you look at the coaching staffs that they had and the success that they had. So I think that he would have been in a better position to succeed than the now Jets.
Yeah.
But no, do I think he turns into the GOAT? Probably not. But I have to give the man enough credit to assume that his hard work, his work ethic, which should be rewarded, he would have turned himself into something. Like, I can't imagine that. You know what? I got an answer.
Right.
The Jets would have never given him an opportunity. He would have ended up somewhere else and been great. Like Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Except they gave Sam the opportunity.
So Tom was inevitable. That's what you're saying.
I think he was inevitable to some degree. Like, does he turn into a guy that's won 7 Super Bowls? Probably not. I mean, I think you need a little bit of luck along the way, and trust me, he had plenty.
Yeah, you don't win 7 Super Bowls if you're a journeyman.
No. Like, if Tom ends up with the Jets and turns into a good quarterback, do they maybe win 1? Sure. But does he have the same GOAT success?
Is there any quarterback that's left their original spot and won multiple Super Bowls?
Multiple Super Bowls? Let me think about this.
Ooh.
Left his original spot and won multiple Super Bowls.
Because I always say, nobody loves you like your mama.
Yeah.
Right? So,
No, because Favre and Steve Young only won.
Yep.
Gannon only won.
I mean, Kurt Warner, technically, what was his original spot?
It was
Arena Ball.
But he only won 1.
But he only won 1.
He only won 1. He went to 2. Damn it. All right, so
Stafford
he's
only
gone.
1.
Yeah.
Matthews stuck at 1. I got to go through the whole.
So.
I got to go through the whole list now. He got me interested.
I just don't think so.
Well,
so the history tells you, even though history it's just whatever. It's just a recounting of what happened. Will tell you that Tom Brady wouldn't have won multiple Super Bowls.
Drew Brees won 1 after he left his location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Brady won 1.
Peyton Manning won 1, but went to 2.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a good point. Just answer the question, Bill or Tom? Because that was the crux of his point. Bill or Tom?
I mean, it's really both because it's a team sport. But
Give an answer.
I would say Bill.
I would say Bill, too. And, like, our last caller brings up a really good point because I think the Tom defenders would cite what happened after Tom left, that he goes to Tampa Bay, they win the Super Bowl, and Bill really struggled at the end with New England, though they did make the playoffs with Mac Jones, which should not be ignored. But obviously it was a bad ending for Bill, and it is fair to cite that. Like, when they both broke up, who won the divorce? Tom Brady won the divorce. Can't argue that. But my point would be to not only follow on what our last caller said about the early success of the Patriots, the defensive game plan against the Rams, I would also point out 2008 when Matt Castle filled in for an injured Tom Brady and they won 11 games.
Yeah, and I would co-sign and also say that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were ripe for a championship. They just needed a quarterback.
It's part of the whole lucky thing.
I think I found a quarterback.
Who?
Plunkett.
Oh,
Jim Plunkett.
Yeah.
Started with the Patriots.
He won
Started
2
with the Patriots and he won 2 with the Raiders.
Is he the only one, though?
And
I'm trying to go through the list.
And he's not in the Hall of Fame, correct?
He's not in the Hall of Fame. He's one of the big arguments
Yeah.
against Eli Manning. The argument is, well, Jim Plunkett isn't in. Why should Eli Manning?
I believe it's only Plunkett.
Wow. So what does that teach us?
So he won 2 in his.
He won 2 with the Raiders.
After he was with the Patriots.
Yes.
Wow.
And still not in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm not in the Super Bowl. In the Hall of Fame. Yeah. So he's the only one. So what does that all teach us?
Nothing. Nothing. It's just that Tom Brady likely is not Tom Brady if he gets drafted somewhere else.
Yeah, I get that. That is the overall point.
Yeah.
That is the overall point. And that's where I would lean. I think that, and Bill isn't Bill without Tom Brady. It's one of those
100%.
marriages where
I mean,
they would have both been successful, but not to the levels that they got
Bill
to.
would probably have a couple of Super Bowls, not 7.
He'd have
not
4.
6.
He'd have 3. Whatever the number is, it'd be less than where he ended.
Yeah.
That's why the marriage is perfect. And when we have these arguments, and it's a fun one. I mean, it's one that'll last forever. I am always going to be on the side of Bill Belichick, and I hate both of them. So it's not like I have a bias.
Just shut the up.
All right. Victor in Sacramento. Hey, Victor.
Hey, guys. How are you? Listen,
good.
it's a while, but I wanted to offer a different perspective of why to be excited for the Super Bowl.
when you take a look at both of these teams, they've really earned their spot in the Super Bowl. And I know everyone wants to try their best to make a storyline with the quarterbacks, Drake May and Sam Darnold. But you know what? At the end of the day, they're both foundationally two great teams. I mean, this also reinforces the fact that defense is still a big side of the ball. Both teams top 10 in total defense, passing defense, and rushing defense. Obviously, the Patriots have stepped it up in the postseason. Evan, I agree, their route hasn't been that challenging, but that's not their fault. They've taken advantage of it. And then I think their biggest test will be this week. And then the Hawks, they haven't put up the same numbers, but they lead the postseason with the most turnovers. And finally, as a true football fan, which obviously all three of you guys are, I hope the Seahawks win, to your point, Evan, but I want a good game. And to anyone that's looking for the sexy storylines or drama, you can play that Belichick clip of telling them to shut up, because here's the thing. I'd rather have no headlines and the best teams in it than hearing A.J. Brown last year bitching about how he's not getting the ball while his team's winning, or how many times the most overrated pop star is going to be seen on the TV screen during the screen.
Right.
And just one more thing. I'm actually heading to the Hall of Fame luncheon, and today I'm in San Francisco.
Very
work.
cool. Nice.
But I might need a job, because if I see Jerry Jones, I'm going to let him know I'm a big Giants fan. But I hope you guys have a great Super Bowl weekend.
You, man. Have a good time,
Victor. Enjoy it out there.
Appreciate it, man. Have a very good time. I was thinking, we've made such a big deal. We talked a lot about it yesterday, about the Tom Brady rooting interest thing. And I heard Boomer and Gio talking about it today. It's become like the big story out of Super Bowl week. Like, who is Tom Brady rooting for? And with the famous line of, he doesn't have a dog in this fight. Has anybody asked Russell Wilson who he's rooting for?
He's got to be. I don't know.
Halfway through, Tiki's like,
I'm going to say Seahawks.
Well, but has anyone asked him? Because I'm on his Twitter feed right now to see if he's tweeted anything like, go Hawks, hey, I love you guys, good luck. I don't see any of it.
He has no connection with any of the players.
Well, Tom Brady has the Vrabel connection, and Josh McDaniels, I'll give you that, but he also doesn't have a lot of connections. The only tweets I see from Russell Wilson are him denying he bought a plane from Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Him congratulating Jelly Roll. How about this? This is how, you know what? Russ is something else. Russell Wilson 2 days ago, in the middle of Super Bowl week, retweeting a video of him throwing a touchdown pass to Tyler Lockett, amongst others, with him tweeting, to the moon, because it's his moon ball. So basically putting himself over.
No, he's referencing Artemis too.
No,
to the
he's
moon?
not.
Yeah, he is.
I thought he was referencing where every Giant fan wants him to go after the season.
Dude, it's a video of him throwing moon balls, and he retweets it and says, to the moon. He's talking about himself.
Yeah, but we're going to the moon, probably now in early March.
So that's what Russ is tweeting about?
I mean, if he was clever, that's what he would be tweeting
No, he's not
about.
clever.
Okay, so then he's just showing off.
Then he tweeted about Kobe Bryant, and then he tweeted trash talk at Jameis Winston, because Jameis Winston said that Jameis Winston would have struck him out if they played baseball against each other, because they both play baseball. And Russell Wilson's like, that little weak fastball you got, and that hanging curve, I'm hitting that ball dead center 425 over the batter's eye.
I'm so thankful the season's over.
Wow.
That's what so nothing about his team.
Wow.
So does he have a dog in the fight?
Can you talk more about yourself?
That's my point, you see?
Yes, he can.
His moon ball, and he's taking Jameis Winston deep.
Stop living in the past, bro.
I'm telling you right now, if someone will ask him who he's rooting for, he may not give the obvious answer that everybody believes. I'm telling you. And you want to know why? Because the Seattle Seahawks have one championship. He was the quarterback. He is so about himself and such a competitor that I could see a world, and I brought this up to you yesterday about how I could see this with certain people, Russ saying, I don't want them to win.
Yeah.
I don't want Sam Darnold to have accomplished something that I accomplished. So I think Russ is getting away with this scot-free because no one's bringing it up to him. We'll get back to your calls coming up, 888-808-1019. And another piece of information around the New York Jets that's worth discussing and maybe being embarrassed by. What Harrison Phillips said about the culture of the New York Jets and what Aaron Glenn inherited. We'll take a listen and analyze coming up, plus more thoughts on Super Bowl 60 as we take you till 2 this afternoon.
This drive around the league is sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery. Visit Amazon.com/ Hub Delivery. Most of the focus this weekend will be on Super Bowl 60, where the Seahawks and the Patriots, two deserving teams who took different paths to get back where they were going, duke it out for a championship. It's sure to be an exciting game. However, an equally exciting moment happened last night as the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2026 was announced, and it was an exceptional one. So much of the noise leading up to NFL honors was Bill Belichick being denied entry on his first ballot. The reality is, though, are we sure he's done coaching in the league? That notwithstanding, the 2026 entrants are so deserving. Legendary Saints QB Drew Brees and Cardinals wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald on their first ballots. Kicker Adam Vinatieri, who was the final touch on so many of Belichick's Super Bowl wins. Carolina Panthers star Luke Kuechly and his 5 All-Pros. But the most exciting one was the reveal of Roger Craig, 49ers great, who waited 33 years for his very well-deserved gold jacket. His Hall of Fame knock by Charles Haley and Ronnie Lott is must-watch. Congrats all. That's Amazon's Hub Delivery. Drive around the league.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
This Odyssey Sports Minute is brought to you by Dr. Jay Shah at Samwell Institute for Pain Management. Visit SamwellPain.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Matthew Stafford is now an MVP after beating out Drake May for the prestigious award. The 37-year-old Stafford led the NFL in passing yards with over 4,000. He led in touchdowns with 46, and he even said he's coming back next season. Well, he hinted at it. This is going to be legendary for the Los Angeles Rams next season. I'm Addie Bates.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Turning cloudy, high 31.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
A final football Friday, and as we've said all week, it's the last call for football. And FanDuel is giving you a daily profit boost every single day leading up to the big game. Today's 30% profit boost is for first quarter markets. Alternate passing, receiving, and rushing yards. Will the Patriots establish the run early and get Stevenson over his first quarter rushing total? Or maybe you think the Seahawks will feed JSN early and often, and he'll go over his first quarter receiving total. All you have to do is opt in each day and place an eligible bet to use that day's profit boost. So whether you're locking in early lines, riding your favorite props, or taking one last swing before the final whistle, FanDuel is giving everyone something extra to cheer for during football's final week. So play your game with FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60.
21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issues now enjoyable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. Accident victims, I understand how an accident can turn your world upside down. You're in pain. You need medical care. You can't work. You're struggling to pay your bills, and you don't have a clue what your rights are. So what do? Call the first law firm that pops up on the internet? Look for the best website? Or say, hey, find me a lawyer? The options are endless, but the answers are simple. Ask around, read reviews, and go with your gut. Great law firms build great reputations. I built D'Agostino & Associates one client at a time by doing the right thing for accident victims just like you. Our clients know my team cares, and we're going to fight to get you every dollar you deserve. So call me today at 888-24-LAW-24. That's 888-24-LAW-24. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey, and we'll come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino Law. Bite back.
RU fans, it's basketball season. Make sure you catch all of the Scarlet Knights hardwood action this season on WFAN. Scarlet Knights basketball is presented by RWJ Barnabas Health, the official healthcare provider of Rutgers Athletics. Let's be healthy together.
Powerful doesn't just happen. You have to make it happen. So the moment Total Wireless offers a free Samsung S25 FE with Galaxy AI, when you switch to Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan, you take the network as powerful as you, with unlimited 5G data that won't slow you down. Now that's a total power move. Visit your neighborhood Total Wireless store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a Total 5G Unlimited 3-month plan or higher. External port-in and ID verification. Available only in Total Wireless stores. Limit to 4 devices per account.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain in the letter x.com/AI.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire, nobody.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
Very interesting comments that I can't wait to play for Tiki and get his perspective on came from Harrison Phillips the other day of the New York Jets while on Radio Row. Sean will give us his Cinco de Luncho coming up in the next half hour. And the new defensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills, Jim Leonard, was asked an incredibly loaded question, and I'm curious how you guys would have handled that. We'll get to all that coming up this hour, including getting you ready for Super Bowl 60. So Harrison Phillips of the New York Jets was on Radio Row, the fine people at Roundtable Sports. And the Twitter account I follow, at NYJetsMedia, had a nice conversation with Harrison Phillips about the Jets. And I got 3 clips for you, and they're all fascinating. Clip number 1 is Harrison Phillips talking about how it's not always the more talented teams that win as compared to the connected teams. Take a listen.
You can't put 5 wins, 10 wins, 3 wins, whatever it is, that doing it with people that you care about, it helps correlate to winning games. And so if I had a connected football team, I would take that over a talented football team that wasn't connected.
You agree with that?
Yeah, I would, because it's just, you can be inferior, but always looking out for your guy, or at least thinking about what your guy needs, and so it helps you make plays because you care, but you also are just in touch. Like you get what they're thinking in moments. I remember this play against the then Redskins. It's my last regular season game. We're running an outside zone play, and it depends on who was uncovered, who pulled. So it was either the guard or the center. And so if it was the center, with Sean O'Hara, I knew he was going to be like behind me, so I'd have to slow down.
Right.
And so I remember slowing down, like impatient, because I can see the hole developing, and I'm just impatiently waiting for Sean. I'm like, come on, Sean. And I'm saying, like, Sean, let's go. And so he gets to the hole finally, and I pushed him. Like I literally pushed him into the block and then cut behind him and went 50-something yards for a touchdown. And then afterwards, he was like, "Did you just push me?" I was like, "Yeah, man." But you helped. It was all good.
Hey.
So like having that kind of,
I buy it.
You just feel each other.
Yeah, it makes sense. This second clip is really what got the attention. Here's Harrison Phillips talking about what Aaron Glenn inherited as far as the Jets' mindset is concerned.
I think AG inherited a very cancerous, truculent group, whole top to bottom, and it almost wasn't. It's not individual people's fault. I was there for one season. It was a very difficult season, and I almost wanted to waver on some of my thoughts and my beliefs and my optimism. And so I can't imagine being there for year after year after year after year and not seeing the results that you wanted, and it tainted people because my coach is going to get fired. My teammate's going to get fired. I'm going to be a free agent. I might get fired. I got to play for me. I got to make sure that my tape's hot, regardless of what the system is asking me to do or the scheme's telling me to do. And then young players come in and see, oh, that's my vet, and that's how they're acting, so I'm going to act like that too. And so it's a long chain of things, and it can't be fixed like that.
It's true. It's true.
Whose fault is that?
This is why when a new coach comes in, even if it's not the fault of some of the veterans that get pushed out, they get pushed out because they don't mesh with what the coach is preaching. You know what I mean? And so there is going to be turnover. And I always say this when new coaches come in, and it's not the year that they come in, it's the next year. The turnover has to happen because it's relationship based, and certain guys aren't going to vibe with your aura. You know what I mean? Like how you do things. And so you got to move on from them. And now you got to replace guys who buy into what you're preaching so that everybody now is on the same page.
What I found interesting is that Harrison Phillips later clarified with Brian Costello what he meant by that. All right, now I'm going to read what Brian tweeted. And Brian's just like, hey, Harrison Phillips said some interesting stuff. Let me follow up with him, good reporter, and tell me if what Harrison Phillips later told Kaz is consistent with what he just said. Are you ready?
Yep.
This is Brian Costello speaking. I caught up with Harrison Phillips on this issue in San Francisco. He wanted to make clear he was saying the mindset of same old Jets is cancerous and was not criticizing individuals. He felt when the Jets started losing, they slipped into, quote, same old Jets. That's a cancerous thought to have.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It is?
Yeah.
I took it very differently.
I don't.
Okay.
That's exactly what he's talking
You
about.
make me feel better then.
Because people, there were a lot of guys who had been around the Jets, who've been on the Jets for so long. He's talking about those vets who, as soon as you get into the doldrums of losing, you're just kind of like, all right, we're losing.
Same old
Jets. And then all the young kids are like, oh, I guess this is normal. It's normal to suck. It's normal to be this way. Instead of like showing whatever natural fire you have to want to be great.
I guess where I got confused is that when I hear same old Jets, when I hear that, I think of it as a fan thing. It's something that we say. It's something that Jet fans who've been around longer than I have say, it's the same old Jets. I mean, since I was born, I've heard that term. I haven't heard that term from coaches other than them demeaning it, or from players other than saying, we're going to change it.
Same old Jets.
So whenever I hear that as like, hey, that's what I meant, it jumps out at me as like, oh, we're the problem. It's the fans. They're just so negative. And that always bothers me because, like, yeah, we're negative. We're negative because of you. We're negative because of the franchise.
Right.
And that shouldn't impact the way you
lack
play.
of success.
Yeah. So if you're telling me that's not what it is, it's just, hey, there's been so much losing, it's infecting the room, then I get that more. And it's another reason, not to relitigate an old debate I've had with Sean and Tommy, It's why winning does matter, even when we don't think it matters. Because when you just lose all the time, this kind of attitude just continues.
Yeah.
So, one last thing from Harrison.
But it's why you need guys like who Jackson Dart is becoming. He's vocal. He's demonstrative. He's a leader, and he does not accept losing.
Cam Scatterbo.
Right.
Cam Scatterbo.
Even though
same way.
they did lose a lot in their first year.
Yeah.
Not that that was their fault, but they did lose a lot.
Of course, but it's their first year.
Gotcha.
It's not year 4.
But
they're
they're
just used to losing.
What Jackson Dart does well is even though he was 4-8, whatever his record was, it wasn't great. His attitude is, I don't care. Right. I'm a winner. I've won. Doesn't matter. I don't care what happened 5 years ago. Like, that attitude would have worked well with the Jets. Because even if he was 4-8 with the Jets, him coming out saying, yeah, I wiped my tuchus with same old Jets.
Same old Jets.
That would have been like a really good vibe and attitude to have. Last thing from Harrison Phillips. This is where he tells us, if anybody can turn this around, AG Aaron Glenn can.
I think AG's mindset of any coach I've been around to deal what we had to deal with this season, to be as consistent as he was to us through that whole thing, was super cool to see. And I think that consistency and as well as making the jump from year 1 to year 2 as a head football coach, more of his people in the building, more of his thumbprint on the culture, I think we have to win more games.
Well, yes.
the last sentence was the only thing that matters.
That's all that matters.
It's the only thing that matters. All of the noise, all of the Sean reporting, all of anything. Doesn't matter if anybody's right or wrong about what they say. The only thing that matters is come Sundays in the fall, you winning football games.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
It's good, though, to hear him believe in this coach, because I think right now we've become an echo chamber. I'm a part of it. We're all a part of it, where we don't believe in him. And we look at this offseason, and basically he fired every coach he hired, and he's replaced them. And
he
he's
didn't believe in his staff.
What was that?
He didn't believe in his staff.
Exactly. And so when Harrison Phillips says he's bringing in his own guys, no, he brought in his own guys, then he got rid of his own guys, and he's bringing in new of his own guys. But I also think he means roster-wise, too, bringing in his own guys, because he inherited a lot of players, some of which very talented, like Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner, but now you got to bring in your guys. Here's the bottom line. Harrison Phillips said it. They better win. And that's the way Aaron Glenn can not only change the vibes around them, but just change the view of this franchise and really turn everything around. That's what I'm hoping for. Not confident.
Maybe they find a Sam Darnold this offseason.
See, that, we just had a nice discussion. You have to end it with that.
Because we opened the show with that. Build in the ass and find a quarterback like that.
But you also don't need it.
Yeah, we're not there yet. We got to build the ass first, right? Why can't you say we need to find our own Drake May? I mean, we're picking second in the draft.
Or your own Jackson Dart. Maybe you find one later in the first round.
How about someone who has a winning record? We use that as an example.
Oh, okay.
I put the guy over all day. I can take a few shots here and there.
All right.
Let's go to Harvey and Dick Hills. What's up, Harv?
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Pretty good. Evan knows that I was obsessed with getting a franchise quarterback for a long time.
And you got it. Don't you feel like you have it now?
Yeah, I got it because months before us, I was told that Cam Ward was the only NFL quarterback ready to go, and I started looking at the Jackson Dart. Everybody knows I was obsessed with Jackson Dart. He hasn't disappointed me. It's because of his stats in the SEC. And his style of play. I have not been disappointed. The second thing, Tiki, I respectfully have a different opinion about the Giants. You felt that Stafford would have won those games.
Yeah.
Right, but I will never know. You just never know. But the bottom line is that I don't think the offense lost those games. It was the defense. I'm not a big supporter of Shane Bowen, and they could have won those games with the offense.
Yeah, but think of this, Harvey. There are a few games that stand out, and I'm only going to name a couple because I could go remember the specifics of all of them. But let's go to Dallas. Russell Wilson was exceptional in the regular
until it mattered.
Until overtime, where he had two of the worst series of his season.
Yes.
Maybe career. They were bad. One, he threw an interception. The other one, he threw the ball backwards, and it was a fumble and a turnover, right? Or set up a long fourth down or third down, whatever it was. So he was bad in those moments. Let's go to the New Orleans Saints, which was Jackson Dart's first start. They were up by 14, 12, whatever it was, and just gave the game away.
Yep.
By mistake after mistake. I'm not talking about, multiple mistakes over the game. This was multiple series in a row. Turnover. You go to Denver.
Turnover.
It was 3rd and 5.
That's it. Does Matthew Stafford do that?
No. And I think it's a great call with Matthew Stafford. But with a rookie quarterback, you don't know what's going to happen. And so there were just too many games that the Giants lost because they either had an inept quarterback or a young one who wasn't ready for those moments.
As Tiki likes to say, a rookie.
I hate rookies.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. I also want to apologize. I want to apologize to Russell Wilson. We have found an old tweet from Russell Wilson.
Oh, lovely.
From January 25th, 2026. So this is right after the NFC Championship game. Russell Wilson tweeted, Sam Darnold's comeback story over the last 2 years has been one of the most inspirational things to watch. Cool seeing him overcome. Congrats, bro. Hope you win it. Go Hawks.
Oh, nice.
So, Russ, I apologize. You are clearly rooting for the Seahawks. Maybe Tom Brady can learn from you.
You already know.
So, hey, listen, I'm a man of my word. We found the tweet. Someone else did and sent it to me. I apologize to Russell Wilson. He's clearly rooting for the Seahawks. Now, he hasn't exactly been vocal the last 2 weeks. He could be more vocal. He could choose to tweet about that as opposed to, I'm going to take Jameis Winston deep in a fictitious Yankees spring training game.
Right.
But he is on record on January 25th saying he is rooting for the Seattle Seahawks. He does have a dog in the fight. Let's go to Dan in Wyckoff. Hey, Dan.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
We're good.
What's up, man?
Good. Long-time listener. I think you guys are the best show on WFAN. Tiki, you're a legend.
Thank you, man.
Sean, you're a gem. Evan, question for you. I know you're a big Jets fan.
Yes.
I know you got a couple guys in your roster for your favorite player. Who is your favorite all-time player? And I know your coworker is right there next to you.
Well, Tiki didn't play for my team, so he knows he's not the answer. Like, are we serious here? Like, Tiki, you're not going to be offended when I say you're not even in my top 10. I mean, Jesus.
No,
Christ.
I will not be at all.
No offense. So it's an interesting, I'm going to give you the answer. While they were playing, the answers were Curtis Martin and Darrelle Revis. I loved Curtis because, as a kid growing up, just how tough he was, how great he was.
Right.
I love Darrelle Revis because of the way people talked about him on this radio station, the disrespect that Darrelle Revis had. But as I sit here today, my favorite player is neither of those guys. My favorite Jet player of all time is Mo Lewis because I believe
Lewis. That's an interesting one.
I believe the way he is talked about is so beyond disrespectful, it makes my blood boil. I mean, the guy played 13 years, all with the Jets.
Yeah.
He was a part of different eras in this franchise's history, including the darkest of days under Richie Kotite and some of the bestest of days with Bill Parcells. He was a tremendous football player. And he's known for doing his job.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he did his job so well, someone got hurt, and some other guy got an opportunity.
You already know.
And so I own his jersey, and I think in his post-career and the way he's talked about, he has become retroactively my favorite all-time Jet. So it's a weird answer because, as you can see, and I've explained this with the Mets too, how DeGrom became my favorite Met. It all happens because of disrespect. It all happens because of the way some of you people talk.
What do you mean by you people?
The callers, you, not as much you, Sean, Big Mac, Beningo. Disrespect of Carlos Beltran made him one of my favorites. Disrespect of Jacob DeGrom made him one of my favorites. And the constant disrespect of Mo Lewis like he's a punchline. I don't find anything funny. Do you?
I don't think of him as a punchline.
Oh, well, you're not thinking hard enough.
I think of him more. Yes, he created a moment that created the nemesis in the thorn in your side.
What did he do wrong?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
He did exactly, especially in that era, what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, it's not his fault. Drew Bledsoe ended up in the hospital. I mean, it's kind of Drew's fault. Protect yourself.
Exactly right.
It's a good hit.
Get out, dude. It's not like you're on the sideline.
Yeah.
Just get out. We talk about Jackson Dart taking these unnecessary hits. That's exactly what that was. You took an unnecessary hit. And I actually, when I think of Mo Lewis, I think, man, that was a badass hit.
Yeah, as you should. And,
yeah.
Again, he played every snap of his career with the Jets.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing he's a Hall of Famer. He's made the Pro Bowl once or twice, whatever it is. But He was a damn good player who gets known for something that's so stupid in my mind.
Right.
And that's why I have his jersey. That's why I wear it. And that's why when someone asks that question, hey, who's your all-time favorite Jet? Yes, in the moment, I loved Curtis. Yes, in the moment, I loved Darrelle Revis. Believe it or not, in the moment, I loved Boomer. I was a lefty. I wanted to be like him. Little did I know at that point in his career and the Jets and all that. I didn't know that because I was young. I was like 12. But it's Mo Lewis. And I see the look on your face. You're a jerk.
I'm not a jerk. I actually like Mo Lewis, and I think he gets an unfair rap because here's the truth. If Tom Brady was that great, he was coming at some point anyway.
I agree. So why does it have to be coming at the behest of Mo Lewis for just doing his job?
Because it's another Jet. And I'm convinced anybody else hits Drew Bledsoe on any other team that they're playing any other week, we never remember the guy's name. It's a Jet thing.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think you're absolutely right about that. Let's go to Frank in White Plains. What's up, Frank?
Hey, Nevin. You remember me when I was calling you every single day, you and Joe, about
I do.
Wolfbond?
I know.
And you was laughing.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm doing the same thing with David Stearns. If David Stearns, really, what he's doing, if he's going to trade this Beatty and Viento just for prospects, just to put more prospects in minor league, that's horrible. This guy has no clue what he's doing.
Well, but hold on. Frank.
Hey, wait a minute, Kevin. Nevin.
Yes.
This guy, only Yankees going to go with Dodgers and World Series. Don't think about it. The Mets is going to go in the World Series with this team that he's having.
Okay.
You know that?
But Frank, I can't get mad at David Stearns for a trade he hasn't made yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it hasn't happened, even though it's being reported that it's going to happen.
I'll give you my opinion on it, and my opinion is I do not have an interest in trading Brett Beatty or Mark Vientos. Now, if you're telling me they're getting a helpful Major League player back, let's have a discussion. If you're telling me they're a part of a Tarek Skubal trade, let's have a conversation. But in terms of a prospect from Pittsburgh, because, yes, the Pirates are interested, according to the guy who G used to work with, and he's a good guy. Filippone, Andrew Filippone. Good dude.
He heard that?
He's the one who reported
That's what he
it.
said. He heard it. I hear.
Are you saying that Filippone doesn't have sources?
I mean,
I trust that guy.
does.
He's in Pittsburgh. I mean, come on.
I mean, of course.
He knows what's going on.
But it could just be dreaming.
Well, yeah, I think he's reporting the Pirates are interested in Mark Vientos or Brett Beatty. Like, I believe that's absolutely true. I would not be willing to move either guy for prospects, to answer Frank's point, because I think both have very important roles on this team right now.
Yeah, and you need to win right now.
Yeah, now, if you're telling me I'm getting major leaguers back or I'm getting guys that can help me, it's a different discussion. I think the Mets have a loaded farm system. In fact, I was explained to that it's no big deal, Evan, that they traded Jet Williams as a prospect. It's no big deal that they traded Brandon Sproat as a prospect.
No biggie.
Because their farm system is so loaded. So then why do they have to recoup prospects for a guy who can help them right now?
Yeah.
So
what is it, 7 in the top 100?
Yeah, I think they got 7 in the top 100.
That's crazy.
I know. So I'm not telling you they can't trade Mark Vientos or I'll say this to you a millionth time. I know it's not going to happen. You cannot tell me Mark Vientos isn't perfect for the New York Yankees. You can't tell me that. Because he's playing first base, third base, right-handed bat. He's perfect for that team.
I can't visualize him as a first baseman and being completely comfortable.
Have you seen Ben Rice play first base?
Yeah, but I know, but still, is he better?
Believe it or not, in the little I've seen both guys play first base, yes.
Can I ask why then I was shot down at Eugenio Suarez didn't make any sense for 1 year, but Vientos does?
I didn't say it didn't make sense. I just said they weren't going to spend $14 million for him. Mark Vientos makes no money.
All right.
Would you want Mark Vientos, or does he have a stench because he plays for the Mets?
The Mets! No stench here. I think we saw that live bat play in the postseason 2 years ago. I'm very interested in it.
Yeah. I'm just not interested in your returns
I would be
anymore.
interested in him, but where he fits is the question.
I think he's an obvious fit. They have a left-handed third baseman. They have a left-handed first baseman. They could use a right-handed bat who's got pop. Mark Vientos is perfect. I'm not telling you he's a gold glove at either position. He's not. I totally get that. But he can play both positions.
This comes back to paying $16 million to Ryan McMahon with no bat.
No, I get you. That's fine. And this comes back to me even telling you I don't want to trade Mark Vientos unless I'm getting something back that will help me.
You want Ryan McMahon?
No.
No deal.
Keep going. Maybe you'll figure something out.
Anthony Volpe?
No.
Huh.
2 weeks ago, I would have said Jason Dominguez, but the way the roster is being built now, I'm less interested in Jason Dominguez. So I'll do Lombard. You want to go Vientos? No, that's a prospect. Not interested.
No, we're good on that.
I'm just kidding. David Bednar. I would do that.
Bednar, no. How about Ryan Yarbrough?
No.
You sure?
No. How about Cam Schlittler?
No.
How about
for Nolan McClain?
Shut up. Luis Hill? Would you do that?
No.
Luis Hill for Mark Vientos?
No.
You wouldn't make that trade?
Nah, he'll get you more than that. Young, controllable pitcher.
Very, very good.
That was solid.
Sean's got his Cinco de Luncho. More of your calls at 888-808-1019. And I'm a big fan of loaded questions. Jim Leonard, the brand new defensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills, was asked one of the most loaded questions I've ever heard. We'll go through his answer and how Tiki would have handled it. Evan and Tiki on this Super Bowl Friday.
I'm always on the go. Juggling family, work, life. I value feeling safe, but also knowing my family is safe when I'm not with them. So I turned to our partners at Sloman's, who recently installed the Sloman Shield Link system into my home. It's a smart security solution that is combining safety, convenience, and peace of mind that I can manage right through my phone. And now that it's the weekend, it's mini party time, right? Don't we all do that on the weekend? We want parties? Well, we have guests come over, and sometimes you don't know who it is. But our doorbell rings on my phone. I can talk to people right through the doorbell camera on my phone. It's pretty awesome. So I either say, go away, or come on in. The gin is flowing. And then when they get in, the Apple Music is playing over the audio system that I can control right from my phone. It's pretty cool to party when your house is smart like mine. Experience the future of home security and automation with the Sloman Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME. Or visit Slomans.com.
We are coming to you live from the Town Fair Tire Studios, powered by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
And this portion of the program was sponsored by Ray Cattina, Mercedes-Benz of Edison.
Mercedes-Benz of Edison is more than a dealership. They're a luxury destination where exceptional vehicles meet exceptional people. It's why Cars.com named Mercedes-Benz of Edison the top Mercedes-Benz dealer in the U.S. for 2025. Discover yours at RayCatinaEdison.com.
Injured? Don't be a whiner. Call me, Attorney Mark Miner. I'm Mark Miner, and I have over 30 years of experience handling personal injury cases. If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, don't whine. Call 1-800-LAW-LINE. You can trust that the personal injury law firm of Zalman, Schnurman & Miner will treat you with respect and fight for your rights. Don't whine. Call 1-800-LAW-LINE for a free consultation. Our goal is to transform your pain into payment. If there is no recovery, there is no fee. We handle all types of accident cases and value the opportunity to help you. The sooner you call, the better. If you are injured, call 1-800-LAW-LINE so we can discuss how to transform your pain into payment. Don't be a whiner. Call Zalman, Schnurman & Miner at 1-800-LAW-LINE.
Zalman, Schnurman & Miner, personal injury attorneys.
Don't whine. Call 1-800-LAW-LINE. That's 1-800-LAW-LINE.
Save 30% on chicken wings with Prime through February 10th at Whole Foods Market. Perfect for weeknight dinners or meal prepping. Made with high-quality, strict ingredient standards you can trust. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
Visit your local Kia dealers to discover what happens when rugged capability meets true performance. It's the perfect balance of quality, dependability, power, and style. Learn more at kia.com. Kia, movement that inspires.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. After my husband died, the last thing I wanted to think about was money. Ethos made it affordable to get life insurance. Signing up was fast and 100% online. I knew that I could pay our mortgage and have food in the fridge. I could focus on my kids. No one ever tells you how much you're going to depend on that policy. I am so grateful we had coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/life. That's ethos.com/life. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Listen to You Better You Bet with Nick Costa Sunday morning at 8 right here on The Fan. Nick will preview all the football action to get you ready for kickoff. Presented by BetMGM. Make it legendary. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, it's Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a very happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And while that's not an easy thing for me to achieve, my friends at CertaPro Painters had no such problems. Big Big jobs, small jobs, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
Everybody knows Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, beating all the local competitors with our guaranteed lowest prices. And now, with over 120 stores throughout New England, we beat all the competition, including the warehouse clubs, the online sites, and the local dealers. Yes, we beat them all with the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Listen up, football fans. You won't. At Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hola, amigos! BetMGM tonight with me, Brad Evans and Pat Boyle, covers the biggest sports stories nationwide, live and interactive. From the build-up to the big game in Santa Clara to the road to March in college hoops. As the night's games are getting underway, we're following along for the stories that matter. Tap in! BetMGM tonight with me, Brad Evans and Pat Boyle, live and interactive, Monday through Friday night starting at 6 Eastern, presented by BetMGM on Westwood One Sports, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Baseball or football, WFAN runs the city. Yankees bats, Mets heat, Giants defense, Jets dreams. It's all here every day. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
What's great about this radio station is, you know, you're shopping, you're at work, you're doing whatever you're doing, you get in the car, you pop it on, you never know what you're going to hear. When you pop it on, sometimes it's news, sometimes it's information. Can I share to you something I heard yesterday? I just turned on the car. Here's my friends, Chris McMonagle and Craig Carton.
Go ahead.
And I don't know. I mean, I assume they're going to be talking sports or not sports, or maybe there's news, or maybe it's a commercial. No. I got news from Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle. They're the ones that gave it to me. I didn't like the news I got, but they're the ones who gave it to me, and I want to share with you how I found out, how I got the info that Cam Thomas is no longer a Brooklyn Net.
The Brooklyn Nets have embarrassed themselves. It's not even an NBA team. They actually should be forced to be relegated to like the SEC or something.
Yeah, I think
that's how bad
they waived Cam Thomas today. So
that's one of Evan's favorites.
Waving bye.
Bye, Cam. Cam Thomas said one good game in Vegas like 3 summers ago, and Evan Roberts thought he was the second coming of Carmelo.
Can you imagine that's how I got the news?
Right.
I'm getting
from those guys getting trolled.
Yeah, I'm not the Nets being trolled. Who cares? They deserve it.
Yeah.
I'm getting trolled. Like I'm just sitting there. I'm just minding my own business. Hey, what's going on? Let me turn my buddies on. And I get the Nets should be relegated. Fine, they should. They're an embarrassment if you wasted your time watching them last night. And then I didn't even know they waived Cam Thomas. I knew they didn't trade him. I'm like, I wonder what they're going to do. They could waive him. It's possible. And I got Big Mac just, throwing out the news. And then Craig going to town on how I thought he was mellow. By the way, I did. Craig did not speak out of turn there at all. Like, I was in love with Cameron Boucher Thomas, especially when he had those performances at Madison Square Garden. It wasn't just the summer league. It was what he did to stick it to the Knicks.
Where do you think he's landing?
A contender.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with, I read Milwaukee's interested. They're not a contender. I could see Detroit, Houston, but there's one thing.
Detroit just lost to Washington.
Yeah, well, that's one game.
Yeah.
But there's one thing I can't have happen. I cannot have Cam Thomas. I cannot have Cameron Boucher Thomas.
Knicks.
I can't do that. That would damage me in a major
Worse than
way.
Bridges?
I didn't care about Bridges.
Yeah, you did.
Well, I did in terms of the
if
trade.
you didn't care about it, you talked about it a whole hell of a lot.
Let me rephrase. I cared about it. Mikal Bridges, I never had an emotional attachment to. He was just some guy. Like, we got him for Kevin Durant. It's like, whatever. We drafted Cam Thomas. We developed Cam Thomas. He had moments where I thought he was going to win a scoring title. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's my guy. Mikal Bridges was never my guy. We got him in a trade for Kevin Durant. So it would be very, very different.
You know where I think he's sneaky good fit?
Go ahead.
Celtics.
Yeah. I don't mind that as much, especially if he can beat the Knicks in the playoffs. Then I'm okay with it. But yeah, it would bother me if he ended up, with the Knicks. Anyhow, give us a focus.
All right. This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results. ChefIQ.com. The NFL honors were last night. Jackson Dart received just one vote for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Tate McMillan of the Panthers took home that award, deservedly so. And the Hall of Fame class was announced as Drew Brees and Larry Fitzgerald get in on their first go-around. Luke Kuechly, who I argued with Tiki about, and Adam Vinatieri, along with Roger Craig, will head to Canton.
I mean, I kind of nailed all of them.
No, you definitely did. They're all Hall of Famers. I don't think there's any question.
Roger was the only one, Craig, I didn't realize. And he waited 33 years.
Damn.
Man.
Long
and he
time.
was number 33, by the way.
How about that?
Wow.
I am curious about the Jackson.
How many more years till 21, T?
4.
All right.
Oh, geez. You think that'll be it?
I mean, I've been out this will be my 20th season out of the league.
Wow. Yeah, but it's on the ballot. Aren't we talking on the, oh, sure, you're right.
Yes, that's what he's
You're
saying.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, no, you're right.
So like 4 more.
4 more years. We get
4 or 5 more. I can't, whatever it is.
21 and 21. That means Eli's got to wait like 7 more years. Real quick on the Jackson Dart thing, because I've listened to you, Sean. I've listened to Tommy. I respect both you guys as, shill Giant fans. Both of you guys have said, certainly Tommy has, that Jackson Dart should have won that award. He got 1 vote. Like, he was not close. He was not on the same.
He should have won Rookie of the Year.
No, he should have won over Shuck, but McMillan deserved it over both.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Shuck got more votes than Jackson Dart as well.
I mean, I think when you're comparing a guy who was an immediate impact player for his team and played the entire season and had no injuries and he was elite and exceptional, he should win the award.
I'm with you on that. So, I'm just curious, like...
Shuck played, 8 games?
Right, remember, Spencer Rattler started the year. He just rattled off those wins when their schedule got soft.
Look, yeah. I'm just curious if you think Dart should have won.
No.
You couldn't have been more off in the results. That's all I'm saying.
He only played 11 games.
No, I get you.
Yeah, I've maintained McMillan should win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
But you would have had him over Tyler Shuck.
Because at the end of the year, it became Shuck's going to win Rookie of the Year, and that's when I stepped in and said, hold on.
Yeah,
here.
I think he was better than Shuck.
I got you.
And I think statistically that holds up. But it's the eye test thing.
Yeah. I think the winning thing kind of matters.
Yeah.
But it also could be, with all due respect to both of you and maybe some due respect to Tommy Lugauer.
Let's go Yankees.
That's not necessary, Tommy. I think there's also just the bias that we like him and he's our guy.
Oh, no doubt.
And that's fine.
Well,
that's separate from him winning that award.
And we watch, you're talking about
Jackson Dart. And we watch every game.
And we watch him intimately.
Yes.
We know. And if you're not in the New York market, why the hell are you watching the Giants play?
No, you're right.
And it's all you hear is, they lost. Yeah, Jackson Dart had a couple of good plays, but that's it.
You're right. You're right. I'm getting hungry, by the way.
All right, let's go.
Sean Moraes in the booth. Somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling. No! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking. Nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Cinco de Luncho on this Super Bowl Football Friday is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything, everywhere. And don't hide the queso Sunday. Embrace the queso. Bathe in the queso. Drink the queso. All right. We all know what's going down Sunday. You have a decision to make. We all do. Are you watching football the way you normally do, or are you attending, or dare I say hosting what some might call a party, putting you in a position to be with people that don't normally watch football? So I'm here to address the 5 things you cannot do at a Super Bowl watch party. Here we go.
Here we go! Number 5.
Tell people more than once about the parlay you've placed. That's it. Whether it's in the first quarter, second quarter pregame, you got one shot to tell people that you got Sam Darnold over passing yards because nobody wants to hear it repeatedly throughout the game.
You're 1,000% right, but you have kind of hypocritical on that because I've heard you say to me numerous times when I take you to sporting events, I did this parlay.
But there's a difference.
What's that?
It's the Super Bowl. I don't need to hear about it. I got my own stuff going on. All right, here we go.
Number 4.
Get up in front of the TV during action to get food. Make your plates in commercials. If you care more about commercials, and that's when you don't want to get up, then again, you shouldn't be attending a Super Bowl watch party.
Or stand behind everybody.
Yes, or stand behind everybody. That's fine.
We're only 2 in, and it's already reminding me why I don't go, participate, or host Super Bowl parties.
Wait till a stop in action before get up to get that food.
Number 3.
Ask about box/square numbers constantly. You know when you'll find out who won? Either looking quietly on your phone or when the quarter ends. With 7 minutes left in the first quarter and the first score is on the board, it's not the time to go, who has 3-0? We have 7 minutes left and anything can happen. All right, here we go.
Number 2.
This is a simple one that shouldn't have to be said, but it's high up because it constantly has to be said, and that's don't double dip. Do not be a pig like that. Take as much French onion dip with one scoop. Hey, put a spoon with a bunch on a plate. The double dippers, it's their holiday on Sunday, and they must be stopped. It's flu season, people.
Yes, that is very true. Over dip on the first one.
That's it.
And just have excess residue of dip in your mouth while you eat your second bite. That's how you do it.
I've had a non-functional Ruffles sit there with 2 inches of dip on it just so I could scrape off on other chips to make sure I was clean. Here we go.
Number 1.
And the number one thing you cannot do at a Super Bowl watch party is talk during the game. Show up well earlier than 6:30 and get all your thoughts about Aunt Bethany and everything that's been going on with your health and everything that's been going on in the world. When the game starts, it's not idle chit-chat time. We are there to watch a football game. Shut up.
I got to tell you, bro, and it's a wonderful list. I can't disagree with any of it. Why does anyone go or participate in a Super Bowl party? I don't understand it.
Because you're paid to?
Well, some of us are.
Oh, you talking about, you guys. Oh, sorry.
Okay, Tiki, I get that. But like,
I agree with you.
If you're a football fan, like if you are casual, totally understand it. I'm not arguing.
Depends on what kind of party it is. If it's like a bunch of random people who you don't know, I have zero interest. But if it's like your neighbors and you're comfortable with them and it's like your boys and families, then that's cool.
Yeah, but the problem is all of the things that Sean listed, which I think are fair, could happen at parties even with your boys. The parlay talk, the box crap,
you got to know your people.
Dipping.
You can't go in with new people. You have to know your people.
I have not, and proudly I could say this, I haven't gone, participated, or done a Super Bowl party in 20 years.
Wow.
And honestly, I'm trying to remember when it was. It's at least 20 years. And I have no regrets. And, sometimes people are like, you're weird, you're a loner, you're this or that. I'm like, no, I'm just sane. I want to watch the football game. That's it.
Yeah.
That's my focus.
I'll see these random people plenty over the summer in the background of a Met-Yankee game in the backyard.
And that's different because that's a game where it's like, well, maybe not Mets-Yankees.
You know what I mean.
I get what you're saying. Like, that whole list just makes me wonder why anybody does Super Bowl parties. Why?
Yeah, I don't get it. Or at the very least, if you're going somewhere, you need to know it's like a 2-floor situation. Like the talkers are upstairs around a table or a kitchen island, and like whoever's really locked into the game, you go to that like den TV
Yeah, but
room.
whoever's hosting that doesn't want people all over their damn house.
That's true too. I got 8 people coming over, the same 8 people I watch football with all year long, and that's it.
You have a problem with the 2 TV thing. Can I explain this one to you? So let's say you have 2 rooms. You have the hardcore room and you've got the cash room. The way these services work now, streaming services, cable, they're not going to be timed out exactly the same. What if the casuals are 9 seconds ahead?
Great point.
And all of a sudden, Aunt Bethany, as you said, is screaming, touchdown!
My assumption is those people have no idea what the hell's going on the TV.
Yeah, but when
so they're going to react after we react.
Or they're probably watching like the Real Housewives of Rhode Island or something.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know, man. Like, God bless. You're going to a Super Bowl party, Sean?
No, I have people coming over after I get back from a wake. But yes, people coming over.
Our condolences.
Yes, my condolences.
My condolences as well, but a wake on Super Bowl Sunday?
I mean,
can I say that? That's kind of...
I'm not going to give away
Show
details.
some damn respect.
I am showing respect.
I'm sorry.
We have dear friends who lost a parent, and I was shocked by this as well. The wake is during the Super Bowl.
The wake is during the Super Bowl. So it's not even just before, it's during.
It's also during.
Before and during.
Tiki.
It's 4 to 8.
It's 4 to 8.
Yeah, it's before and during. So I will.
Sean, Tiki, I don't want to be the only bad guy.
I will be there before immediate family.
Can you at least confirm this is strange?
I'm showing up at 3:15.
Okay.
Do you need help? Can I help?
What? Help do what?
Help bring her in and set it
I'll
up.
do everything. I'm showing my
say my
respects, and
goodbyes.
I understand, and this is
Sign of the
far worse,
cross.
but it's the Super Bowl. My opinion, a funeral home should be closed on the Super Bowl. That should not be offered. That, you know what I mean? Is the funeral home offered on Christmas?
Was she a football fan?
I couldn't tell you. It's a dear friend's mother. Showing respect for those people.
What about your dear friend?
Her husband's a diehard Giant fan. I can tell you that.
Okay. So
And
I'm a football fan.
And I'm being careful. He's a diehard listener to the station. But yeah,
Have you conversed about this situation?
with him?
Yeah.
No. This is the first time he's hearing me converse about this.
You haven't said, hey, yeah, I'll be there, but Super Sunday?
Well, again, at least they gave you like those couple hours where you could get in before the game. But still, Super Bowl parties have started. I want to start pounding beers.
How many, Tiki, answer me this, because I don't know the answer, and I think we did this 2 days ago. How many people live in America right now? Like in the United States of America?
It's close to 400 million.
400 million, okay. The TV...
I don't think it's quite there, but it's getting there.
We'll round up,
Yes.
down,
Yeah.
400 million people. The TV audience for the Super Bowl is going to be about 110, which means well more than half of Americans are not watching the Super Bowl. They are not consuming it. They're not doing anything.
343 billion.
343. So even if we round the Super Bowl ratings up to $1.50, we are still talking about more than half of American citizens are not watching the Super Bowl.
Right.
And I think the risk.
What are you, my wife, with this argument I had with her last night?
Did she say that?
She goes, not for nothing. If this was my family, they wouldn't have even thought of the Super Bowl when planning something like this. I only know this now because I've been living with your muck for 20 years. And I said, but it's the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Everybody knows the Super Bowl. This isn't Week 17.
But does it not get as much hype outside of the sports sphere? Because we're in the. I'm just saying, we're in the sports sphere. So everything we do, whether it's what we watch on television or what our social media feeds look like, because that's influenced by people you surround yourself with. Like we get fed Super Bowl stuff all the time. So if you're not in that sphere, are you getting crushed by Super Bowl ads?
I think you're well aware of it. Like,
how could you not?
Yeah, I don't think this is the World Series where it's like, I'm not sure.
Although some people didn't even realize the Olympics started.
That's the Olympics.
Last week.
I know, but this is the Super Bowl.
Or this week, I should say.
But it also, this Super Bowl doesn't help. Like, my wife asked me yesterday, she goes, who even made the Super Bowl this year?
No, she didn't.
Swear. Wow. And actually, I give my credit
to
my daughter.
Not being promoted then.
My daughter Taylor told her, Mommy, the Seahawks are in. I was proud of her.
Well, the kids know.
Like, the kids know from school and everything else.
The kids know from school. And, like, even when I went to physical therapy the other day, and they don't know who I am or what I do, I got hey, Patriots or Seahawks? And I'm like, and I answered it. I was like, the Seahawks. I hate the Patriots.
You should have been like, are you bleeping serious?
Wow. You know what? Can I defend your friend for a second?
Yeah, again,
knock on wood.
It's not her fault.
Let me just. I mean, it's Mother Nature. It's like,
it's just one of those things. You can't believe that the funeral home's open.
I just know this. I'm going to knock on wood. If I'm ever in a position where someone close on my wife's side passed away and the wake is on Super Bowl Sunday, I would never even have the balls to say to my wife, it's Super Bowl. I'm not doing it. Now, if the Jets are in it, that's a different story.
Okay, but not your family. This is friend. This is close neighbor.
Listen, I just don't go to these things.
Yeah. Now, again,
honestly, it's a weird thing my parents have taught me.
I hate funerals.
Yeah. And look, we all hate funerals, but the way I've gotten out of this in the past is if someone passes away, I write like a massive check and donate it to charity.
You buy your way out of going there?
Absolutely.
I mean, wakes are different.
Yeah.
Because wakes, you go and you pay your respects.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You give your condolences to the family.
Which is why I'm not going crazy. I could get in there before the game. But
I'm not
still the Super Bowl.
I'm not even joking yet. There's one human being I know where I will show the respect to them and their family, and that's it. Like, my parents already know they're not even going to have a funeral. They're not interested. Everyone knows.
Interested.
Yeah, they're not doing it. They're not going to do it. They're just going to say, just send me away.
Well, they're not going to do it. You do it.
They don't want us to do it. They
Oh,
don't
okay.
want phonies coming to their funeral to say, I love them. Like, they don't want it.
They going to have Shiva?
No. They're going to get burned and sent away as ashes. They're done.
I mean, that's just a waste of energy.
Well, that's what they want. I'm honoring them.
What are they, dogs? You're just going to throw them in the backyard?
The heat's going to get dispersed throughout the entirety of the universe.
Too soon on that one, Sean. Come on.
I
lost my dog, what was it, a month and a half ago now?
I'm
and
sorry.
you're making dog
And
comments?
what did you do?
I haven't done anything with it yet.
What do you mean you haven't done?
I still love my dog. I'm not doing anything.
What, like the remains?
They're still with me.
What does that
I'll leave
mean?
it at that.
Like solid?
I have them.
Like solid?
No, the remains were sent to me via the...
Oh,
So
okay.
cremated.
Yes.
Evan, you made it seem like he's in a Costco tub in the room.
I know.
No, I meant the remains.
In a body bag underneath the stairs, the cupboard under the stairs or something. Like, what are you talking
That's
about?
the way you said. Just
That's
say
exactly what he said.
He got cremated and spread his ashes. That's all you had to say.
You guys are something. Yeah, the only person who would, a long time from now, because hopefully this person doesn't go, the only person where I would be like, I have to go to their wake, I have to go to their funeral, one person. You know who that person is?
Your wife?
No, I'm not even imagining that. My wife. That's a terrible example.
Somebody has to outlive somebody.
I meant like, let me rephrase. Jesus. I meant like
I have no idea.
I meant somebody like in my life. Like, obviously on my wife's side, I'll do whatever she wants.
Yes.
But on my side, there's only one person that I would say, you know what? I got to go to their funeral and show their respect.
I felt violated.
Joe B.
Joe B.
Okay. It's the only person. That's it. That's it. Like, that is the freaking list. Nobody else.
Joe's might have to be at like St. Patrick's Cathedral. Like, that's a big show.
Oh, 1,000%. And I just feel like it's the right thing to do. But outside of that, I won't do it.
Yeah.
Sean, you drop dead tomorrow. I ain't there.
I've been to one funeral at St. Patrick's.
Yeah?
Have you?
Wellington.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was special.
Interesting.
Well, that was a nice combo on Super Bowl Sunday. I blame the Seahawks
On
and
that
Patriots.
note, you know what? Let's cleanse ourselves with something. I got to cleanse myself with... All right, this is completely off the beaten path, and that will make us feel cleansed. Alan in Manahawkin. What's up, Alan?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good.
Wanted to talk about the biggest college basketball game of the year tonight at Madison Square. It's going to be 19,000 people there, 10,000 St. John's, 9,000 Connecticut. You got the two most physically imposing teams.
Did we lose you? You were selling us on this game.
I know.
Nah, jokes aside, it's very rare because I'm a casual college basketball fan. I usually watch it when my team is tanking and I'm scouting my next number one pick.
I pay attention to Virginia, and that's it.
You pay attention to Virginia, and obviously during the tournament. When you look at UConn that's lost one game all season, and you look at St. John's that after a slowish start has really picked it up, and you think of the history and the heritage of the Big East, this feels like a big game. With that said, it's not a big game. The reason it's not a big game, and I'm not telling anybody who spent $300 to go to Madison Square Garden tonight, that's not money worth spent. You're going to get to see an excellent basketball game tonight, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Just like Knicks fans spent a lot of money to see Knicks Nuggets the other night, and it was an awesome game.
Right.
But much like the regular season in the NBA, the regular season in college basketball just doesn't matter. Like, St. John's is a tournament team. UConn is a tournament team. Now, where they end up seed-wise, obviously, that may change. UConn is a number one seed, but you get the point. That can change to the Big East tournament, the rest of the regular season. So I'm not minimizing that. But at the end of the day, St. John's and Rick Pitino and UConn and Coach Hurley, they're going to be defined by what the hell happens in the middle of March. Just like the Knicks are going to be defined by games in May or June.
So this is a big game, but it doesn't mean much.
Correct. That's the way I'd phrase it. And for anyone who thinks I'm hating on college basketball, it is the exact same thing I would also say about the game happening in Detroit tonight between the Knicks and the Pistons. It's a biggish game in terms of, Maybe the Knicks can catch them for the number 1 seed. The Knicks have lost a bunch of games to Detroit. They're coming off this embarrassing loss to the Wizards. But at the end of the day, you know, as I proved last year, as much as I do, that the result doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Earlier this week, Virginia lost to North Carolina. It was a big game. And it was like, I wanted to be upset about it, but it was Virginia's 3rd loss of the season. And they're still ranked in the top 20. And so it's like, this doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Because we're going to see him again this year. We're going to see him in the ACC tournament. And then if we get to so we could see him again in the NCAA tournament.
Right.
So it matters, but it doesn't.
Exactly. And that's how I would view St. John's UConn tonight,
Right.
which again, if you're going tonight, have a blast. I'm
Right.
not telling you don't root hard, don't scream and yell. Like, I'd do the same when my team was playing a game like that. It's just a reminder on February 6th that the result of tonight's Knicks game and the result of tonight's St. John's game will be forgotten and will not be defined. What will define you for St. John's is the middle of March.
Right.
And obviously what will define the Knicks is what happens in April, May, and June. Jimmy Leonard was asked a loaded question. We'll kind of try to answer it for him before we hear his answer. We'll make our picks for the Super Bowl and more of your phone calls, 888-808-1019.
Even at 50 years old, I still train my butt off. And recovery matters. That's why I use GAT Sports' new creatine chews. No powder, no mess, no shaker cups, just great flavors like grape, cotton candy, lemon lime, and fruit punch on the go. 5 grams of creatine per serving. Save 30% off your first bottle at gatsport.com with code Tiki30. That's GATsport.com with code Tiki30. GAT Creatine Chews. Fuel up and compete harder. Let's go.
Talk sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Sponsored by Ethos. Learn more and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. Cleveland Guardians pitcher Emmanuel Clase is accused of rigging pitches in at least 48 games over 2 years. He and his teammate Luis Ortiz accepted thousands of dollars to rig pitches and help gamblers in the Dominican Republic. Now both pitchers are facing jail time. This is a disaster for the Guardians organization. I'm Maddie Bates.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
At Grubhub, we're eating the fees on restaurant orders over $50. That's right. No more of those pesky fees. No delivery fee, no service fee, no sick day fee, no date night fee, no your roommate Kevin spilled the sauce all over the inside of the refrigerator and now you need more sauce fee, no parking fee, no finder's fee, no knock knock, who's there? Another fee. Seriously, no more fees on restaurant orders over $50. No delivery fees, no service fees, only on Grubhub.
Grubhub will eat the fees.
Details at Grubhub.com.
This President's Month at Nielsen Dodge, fun is in the driver's seat. We're celebrating all month with special presidential savings, plus 0 down payment.
We have your new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram at extra special fun is in the driver's seat savings.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Compass Limited 4x4, just $187 a month. Or lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Laredo X 4x4, just $295 a month.
Plus, choose from a wide selection of certified pre-owned vehicles.
And if you need credit help, we're here to make it fast and easy on Route 10 in East Hanover or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Proud member of the Nielsen Auto Group.
At Nielsen, fun is in the driver's seat.
President's Day sales event.
Term 27 months to its sign Compass 5782, Cherokee 5890 at tax tag 489 dock and DMV fees.
This isn't just a game, it's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Be there at Barclays Center on February 15th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com for your tickets to the 100-year tour.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
It's Dunkin's World and you're living in it, which means breakfast is easy and costs $5 with Dunkin's $5 meal deal. You get 6 crispy hash browns, a wake-up wrap, and a medium hot or iced coffee. Whatever your mood calls for. Bring your friend, your brother, your mother, your cousin, or just bring yourself. Because at Dunkin', they make deals for everyone. Get Dunkin's $5 meal deal only at Dunkin'. No substitutions. Participation and times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Cooper Electric and Southwire can help you pull wire 4 times faster. With Southwire's Simple Reel, setup is quick, installation is smooth, and once you use it, you'll never want to do a job without it. You can rent it or buy it today from Cooper Electric. Plus, with easy online ordering and local branches all across the tri-state, Cooper makes it simple to keep your projects moving. Visit Cooper-Electric.com today. That's Cooper-Electric.com. Cooper Electric, our knowledge is electric.
Football coverage on The Fan is brought to you in part by Town Fair Tire. At Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
The home of Super Bowl 60 on Westwood One is WFAN.
Loaded questions are my favorite. Sometimes I try to ask them. So the other day, Jim Leonard was introduced as the defensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills. Mm-hmm. And I think if I ask you, just to remind you, just to refresh everybody's memory, if you think about the end of the Buffalo season, you think of a controversial call. You think of, is it a catch?
Yes.
But, oh, wait, no, it's an interception. And then, of course, I think it was a game later, if memory serves correct, you had a similar play that was ruled a catch.
I think it was the same weekend.
I think it was the same weekend. It was the next day, the same weekend. So why I bring that up is that happened against the Denver Broncos, where Jim Leonard coached on defense.
Such a loaded question. I can already see it coming.
The question is, in fact, Sean, do me a favor. I want you to play the clip. It includes the question. As soon as the question is asked, lower it so that we could see how Tiki would handle it, especially the way it was asked.
Okay.
And then we'll go back and listen to Jim Leonard's answer. So here is the question as posed to the new defensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills, who a few weeks ago was working for the Denver Broncos.
Bills Mafia want to know, was it a catch?
How would you handle it? Very quick question, which I love, because you can't think about it.
It was an interception. So, yes, it was a catch, but by my guy.
So you're dying on the sword here.
Dying on the sword.
This is your first impression now.
Yep.
Even though he did play for Buffalo, your first impression as a coordinator, you're just going to tell him the hard truth.
Yep.
Okay. Sean, how would you handle that?
The rules are so complicated and complex in this league. I think they got it right.
Oh, I would not do that. I would say they screwed it up. I understand why Bill fans are angry. Now, here's the thing about sports. I was coaching in Denver, and we benefited from it, so we don't throw anything back. That's kind of the beauty of sports. But if you ask me right now, Bills Mafia, that was a bad call, and you have every right to be upset.
Pandering.
But it's also true in how I feel.
Or
pandering.
This league, there's a lot of close calls, and I'm here to coach to make sure we leave no doubt and leave it 2-0 coming up to the officials.
There it is.
Now, how do you think Jim Leonard answered the loaded question?
I don't know.
I'm going to tell you right now. Before you guys hear it, I give Jim Leonard a 10 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
Because he answered it in a way that, not what I said, but he answered it in a very smart and honest way.
All right, let's hear it.
Here's the question and Jim Leonard's answer on if it was a catch.
Was not. We caught it. Denver caught it that time. I'll have a different opinion here very soon once this season. To me, it's still the 25 season. That Super Bowl hasn't been played yet, so I have to have a little bit of loyalty there, but ask me in another week and I'll give you a different answer.
How about that?
Smart. Yeah. I
So
mean,
he doesn't even answer it. He's just
so
like,
he kind of answered it how I answered it.
Yeah.
No, my guy caught it. But
in
a
2 weeks, I'll tell you something.
week, it was my guy caught it.
I think that was a great answer.
That is a great answer.
Such a loaded question, though. Because, like, you're putting him in this horrible spot.
Right.
Oh, God, I'm sick that
I'm
Jim
trying to
Leonard
think
is in
if
my
that's
DC.
Does that have to? Like, why do you ask him? I guess it doesn't matter because it's anything can happen now. It's light. There's no seriousness about it.
In terms of him giving an honest answer on it?
I mean, just the reporter asking it.
You asked the question, to get in the reporter's mind, you asked the question, A, because it's interesting, and B, because you know you're going to make news out of it.
Yeah.
Like, you just know that's,
of course.
Boy, back in Denver, that's news. Here in Buffalo, that's news. Plus, like I said, in Buffalo, they're talking about that play.
Are
like
they still?
I think so. We talked about it for a day, but I think up in Buffalo, that's something you live with.
Yeah, but are you sitting there saying, oh, we were robbed?
Yes.
That should be us.
Yeah.
We have the Patriots number. We know how to beat them.
Yes. Yeah, I know the way fans work, yes. Not only that, I think the PIs as well on that final drive are also probably on their mind.
You know what the thing is? Buffalo probably beats the Patriots in the
They
championship.
definitely beat the Patriots. We're watching a Buffalo-Seattle Super Bowl, which, by the way, is 57 times more appealing than what we have on Sunday.
Without a doubt
Without a doubt it is.
The whole week build-up right now, if this is the Bills, can they finally do it, is such a different feel.
Right.
1,000%. Josh Allen's in a Super Bowl. The Bills
Have the Bills not? They have not won.
They've never won. They lost to 4 straight, and that's the only 4 they've been to.
And then they had the 13 seconds of heartbreak versus the Chiefs. Like,
Yeah.
all their
No, but I was
losses
trying to
are
remember if
gut-wrenching.
there was more before.
No.
That they were in. And just,
No. I think they were in or won an AFL championship. That you could fact check me on.
Right.
But in terms of the Super Bowl era, they went to 4 straight, and that's it. So
and Glenn Parker went to 5 and lost 5.
Crazy, right?
Glenn Parker came to the Giants in 2000 after being on all those 4 Bills teams.
That's crazy.
Look at you laughing at him.
I love Glenn Parker. Glenn Parker he was one of my favorite teammates because you could have a debate about anything. And you tell him to pick a side and he'd argue it.
Would you rather be 0 for 5 or 0 for 1?
I'd rather be 0 for 5.
There you go. So
Keep
that
going.
would be his answer back to you.
Honestly, I would.
Yeah. Oh, I would too. Getting there is really impressive. I know it sucks that if you're a fan or a player that you lost 4 straight, getting to 4 straight Super Bowls is actually incredible.
How bad was the AFC?
It was
I don't remember because I was too
Yeah. Well, they had the comeback
I was
versus-
into it, but I wasn't really into it. Like how bad was the AFC if they were always there? Because I was just an NFC fan.
But it wasn't only that because they were a really good team, the Buffalo Bills.
I mean, they had Hall of Famers. There's at least
Jim Kelly,
4.
Thurman Thomas, Bruce Smith. Like, no, they're loaded. But it wasn't that the AFC.
Everybody loves
another
Tasker.
Another linebacker that was on it as well, Andre Reed.
But they weren't bad because
As
they
a
were
wide receiver.
losing. They weren't bad because they were getting to the Super Bowl. The AFC looked bad because they went like a decade without winning a Super Bowl. And it wasn't just them. It was everybody else. But I don't look at them getting there as,
you're right.
ooh,
That's right.
they're only there because the AFC is weak. I think that was an all-time great team. I would argue they lost to some really good teams. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys were basically dynastic.
The Giants were the Giants.
Norwood misses a kick.
Right.
I mean, I should have won that one.
I went to elementary school with this girl. We felt so bad. I mean, in retrospect, I feel so bad. Her name was Jamie Norwood. And we made such fun of her, like she was like it was she was related to him.
You're a bully.
Oh, that's horrible.
Never
It
thought
wasn't
of
just
you.
me. I wasn't a bully.
Yeah,
It
but you
just-
joined in, didn't you?
No, I just kind of didn't. I don't know. I just kind of funny.
She's living her life with an innocent last name, and some dope misses a kick at a Super Bowl when she's a kid. Nobody lets her forget it.
There are certain things like that. Like if your name is Alexa, you got to live now with the fact that anytime your name is said, a system goes off. That can't be fun.
Alexa.
Yeah.
Every time I hear that, I think about something about You're So Poor. You named your daughter Alexis.
Yes, that's the song. Yes.
Let's get back to your calls. 888-808-1019 is the number. Let's go to Anthony in Eastchester. Hey, Anthony.
Hey, how you doing, guys? I want to pivot a bit. I just had to ask. It seems like lately everything is so positive when it comes to the Giants, and we're kind of forgetting the past 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand, there's a Giant station. I get it. Love Tiki. But, I mean, it's part of the reason Jets are terrible.
The past
But
20
I'm a
years,
44
the Giants have won 2 Super Bowls in the past 20 years.
So I knew you were going to say that, and
Okay.
of course that's amazing in a weak NFC, and they were able to make it a loaded AFC,
And
AFC.
they had
You
to beat
go through
they had to beat
Roethlisberger,
the best team in the history of the NFL.
and that team had to go through Roethlisberger and Peyton Manning. So you were always going through wars to get to it. Similar to what we just said about the
Packers
Bills.
were 15-1, bro, and we beat them on the
And
road.
they had Brett Favre, who was always a turnover
okay,
waiting to
that was
happen.
an Aaron Rodgers team, but so the Packers were great.
Sorry about that. You're right with the cold. That was the Giants' finest moment. That was Coughlin's finest moment.
What is your
100% it was.
What is your,
and it was his most red-nosed, red off.
Hold on.
What's your overall
my point is,
yeah.
My point is, I've been a Jet fan. I'm 44,
Yeah.
so I've seen a modicum of success. Where 3 AFC title games, but overall, disgraceful team. I've gone to 1 million games. My son is 9 years old, and he asked me the same thing. He's like, Dad, when I listen to that station with you, they're always so positive about the Giants. He goes, but the Giants are terrible. I'm like, well, they broadcast the Giant games.
That has nothing to do with it.
Can I give you the answer
That's
to that?
not true.
The positivity around the Giants.
You earn your positivity because I'm sure there was zero positivity around the Knicks my entire playing career.
Oh, yeah. Well, because they sucked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People always ask me, why didn't you become a Knicks fan? Because they weren't good.
The positivity around the Giants, which exists, like I certainly showed it to you at 10 a.m. thinking, hey, they could be where the Patriots are. That positivity changed like a few months ago.
Yeah.
It is new. Like if you listen to this radio station, I could go back and prove it by being a geek and following the data.
It changed around the Jackson Dart week 4.
Yeah. I think finding what we perceive as a franchise quarterback, but even now, hiring a Super Bowl-ready head coach has absolutely changed the tone around the New York Giants 1,000%.
There were some people who were fair with I was always fair with the Giants, but the results are the results.
Yeah, I think that the Jets and Giants both face the same amount of negativity
I think it was
around
equal.
here.
I think it was equal
It was
negativity.
equal because they equally sucked.
Right.
Like, yes.
And even the years that we had some success, you didn't really believe it.
Right. And here's the other thing about the positivity thing that I do have to push back on majorly, even though I won't go as far as what Sean says and what you said. During the Aaron Rodgers era, there was, hey, they can go to a Super Bowl.
Right.
Hey, they're going to be good. In fact, the Jet talk around here was like 80% to the Giants talk. We owned this city in terms of conversations, and it was mostly positive.
No, that 7 game, that was Brett Favre, right?
What are you asking about?
Yes, but they weren't 15-1.
Yeah.
They beat the Packers twice in the playoffs. The first time was Brett Favre,
Yeah.
NFC Championship game, overtime interception, Corey Webster. The second time was 15-1 Aaron Rodgers.
The point is he brought up how bad the NFC was. That was a historically great Packer team's second run.
Honestly, that's a stupid point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only point he can make is, hey, how come there's more positivity around the Giants and Jets? And we're having that discussion right now. I think it varies based on what's happening. Like, when the Jets had Aaron Rodgers, there was positivity. Right now, the Jets have earned every bit of the joke that they are. And the reason there's positivity around the Giants is because of the coach they hired and the quarterback they drafted.
That's right.
The moment the Jets are able to do that, that can change.
And when was that Aaron Rodgers year? 2022?
What, the
Achilles?
23 and 24.
23 season, there was nothing but positivity around the Jets.
No, I know.
Even I believed it.
And
not that they would win a Super Bowl, but they're going to be good.
For different reasons, it felt like we're talking about now with the Giants.
100%.
The other thing that
they had a
drives
team
me-
ready to win a Super Bowl. They needed a quarterback. They got their quarterback. That offseason was ridiculously positive.
No, I know. And the thing that really pisses me off is, no offense, Tiki, you do a great job on the Giant pre and post. You do a wonderful job. And with all due respect to the Giants, they're a classy organization. I could give two craps about our station's relationship with them. Like, yes, it's cool that
we are fair with them.
Yeah, I mean, we did a press conference there. That's great. That's cool that they allowed us to do it. But my opinions on the Giants, good or bad, I have never once thought about Pat Hanlon or the Giants being on this radio station. Not once.
Yeah.
Now, I can't speak for Sean, not to throw you under the bus, or anyone else around here. Maybe people do. I don't know. I can't answer that. But I can say this. When I rip the Giants or I compliment the Giants like I did at the top of the show, it has nothing to do with them being on this radio station. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
So
It's
that's
not
the
about
comment that's like, what does that mean?
Did you not listen to the Denver post game and then me on Monday? I mean,
you blitzkrieg
I don't
them.
know if I've ever been that mad as a sports talk radio host.
Yeah.
Ever.
Killed them. The Giants get killed constantly. We are tired of wallowing in misery.
Not from you. You're not the one to talk.
I don't kill him?
No, he wants him to tank.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you. You're
Are
not
you
the one to
kidding me?
Oh, the other time I got mad is when Sean wanted to tank.
That's true. Yeah. It's been a few
And
times.
trade off Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny. We get accused of being.
We'll be okay.
We get
you.
accused of being too negative about the Giants. Now it's too positive.
Honestly, everybody sucks until proven otherwise.
Yeah,
Until
I
you
agree.
win a Super Bowl.
Or just how about make the playoffs?
Right,
how about
'cause
that? That'd be fun.
Washington thought that they were great too.
Yeah, you got to
And
build
what,
off.
What
of
did they
it.
follow up their NFC championship with?
By stinking?
Yes.
Let's go to Tom in East Farmingdale. Hey, Tom.
How you doing?
What's up?
I got a story for you about going to a funeral during Super Bowl weekend.
Don't tell me you had your phone.
This was a long time ago. It was
Oh, okay.
16. It was many years ago.
Okay.
My grandfather passed away the Friday before Super
Oh,
Bowl
I'm sorry
Sunday.
to hear that.
The Giants' first Super Bowl.
No.
Wow. So I actually had my Walkman at the funeral home.
Wow.
Screw him, he's dead. That's even better. My father knew I did it. My father's telling me not to tell him what the score was because he was taping it on the VCR. My grandmother kept asking me if my team was winning, and an uncle kept asking me what the score was.
So hold on, Tom. Was your grandfather a Giant fan also?
I don't know if he really, my grandfather was kind of a loner type of thing. I never really spoke to him too much.
Yeah.
But he was, I just knew of him sitting in the corner, smoking a cigar and reading his newspaper.
And by the way, funerals in some ways should be a celebration of life.
Especially if you've lived a long life.
Yeah, 100%. And so,
Screw him, he's dead.
Stop it.
I'm
Evan.
Pat Boyle here to help. I didn't play Screw Him, He's Dead. I don't know where that's coming from.
Screw him, he's dead.
Blame that on Sean.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be more careful with that because that is inappropriate. We're talking about someone who passed away.
Okay, Craig.
Yeah.
But that was a long time ago, so maybe there's a statute of limitations on it. Yeah, it sucks, man. I mean, really nothing should be planned on Super Bowl
Tom,
Sunday.
Baller move.
Oh, no question.
Baller move.
No question.
Just one earbud in. You can hear everything. And hear everything.
I'll never forget, though, Knicks were playing the Bulls playoffs. I don't remember the specificity of the game, but I was at a bar mitzvah, okay? Kid's bar mitzvah. And at the time, I had the ESPN to go pager, which would give you updates on scores. His bar mitzvah was ruined by everyone sitting around me so I could give them Knicks Bulls scores. I kind of felt bad about that because there was no attention on him being in the chair, being lifted up into the middle of the room.
Did you palm him 100?
I don't remember what I did.
I mean, just palm him 100.
The only thing I remember is that the Knicks won and I was disgusted by it. Scott's in Westchester. Hey, Scott. Scotty.
Happy Football Friday.
What's up, man?
Thank you. What's up, man?
I just have a couple of fun questions. Since it's Friday, we're heading to the Super Bowl. Why not? So
let's go.
For Evidence, Sean, what's your all-time favorite New York sports moment that you witnessed in person live as a fan?
Ooh.
And for Tiki.
Yeah.
The legend. What is your all-time favorite moment or game from your legendary Giant career that is most memorable to you?
Well, that's easy for me. It was the Wellington game after we beat the Broncos. the week before. I think it was the Broncos week before. A game we should have lost. We came back and won it 24-23.
Eli to Toomer.
And then on Tuesday, Wellington was on his deathbed. And I went up and got to say my condolences to the family, but also say goodbye to Wellington before he passed. And he passed the next morning. And then we had the funeral that week at St. Patrick's, as we talked about. John Mara gave an unbelievable eulogy to him. And we went out to have practice. The sun came out. It was an overcast day. I always describe this because it was like the perfect day for a funeral. It was like overcast, low cloud cover. We're at St. Patrick's as a team, all there as a team. Then we go out and we go practice after the funeral, and the sun comes out. It was just kind of this awesome moment, and then we just proceeded to destroy the then the Redskins.
I'm proud of you, Sean, because it would have been very inappropriate if you used that drop again. So I'm glad that you cleaned it up this time.
Yeah, it's weird because I don't have drops.
Good. Just want to make sure, because that would have been like douchey. Yeah, Tiki has said that story before. It totally makes sense. And it also makes whatever Sean and I say feel so minute.
Well, I mean, he said that you were there. I mean, there was a few of them for me. One, I was at the Giants' first Super Bowl. I didn't go to 11, but I was at the first Super Bowl covering it for NBC. And it was a Fox Super Bowl. So I wasn't supposed to be on the field.
Right.
And so I remember being with my producer, Alicia Ubarbo, and I had her, a cameraman, and our runner. And I was like, all right, when this game ends, because we knew the Giants were winning, we were down on the field, all these guys, the yellow coats are going to come in and they're going to close the field. They have a rope that closes the field. I was like, we have to get in there before
they close it.
Before they close that. Otherwise, we're going to be locked out. Because we don't have the right credential to be on the field. And so game ends, we're running now just to get onto the field. And the rope is closing. I get in, the cameraman gets in, and like Alicia and the runner are behind us. And so I stop, and the guy looks at me and he's like, oh, Tiki, go ahead. And so I was down there just like interviewing guys. And
is cool.
I saw David Deal and Sam Madison and all these guys. It was awesome. And just to witness it.
Yeah.
Even though I just retired, it was an awesome moment.
It's also a lot of your teammates.
They were all my teammates.
Unlike this right now with the Patriots and Seattle, as we talked about, like Tom Brady and Russell Wilson, they don't have a lot of teammates. Tom doesn't have any, I think.
Right. And then the other one was when my brother won in
2002 season, January of 03.
Super Bowl,
Yep.
because I was in the stands.
Right.
And like everybody's at the wall, and I told the guys, like, I'm jumping over this wall. And he's like, you can't. I'm like, I'm jumping over this wall.
Damn right.
And he let me down, and so I got to go down there. So it was cool.
All right, what's yours, Sean?
Doc Gooden's no hitter.
Come on.
It's the best.
Doc Gooden's no hitter?
That you were at.
You were at. You're right. I take that back.
It's what you were at. So in person.
What about you?
I think honestly, like there's three that jump out at me. Unfortunately, like the Nets gave me a lot of joy in 02 and 03. I wasn't at a lot of those things. Like I wasn't at games.
Did you have tickets?
No, I didn't live here. I lived in Maryland.
That's
So I was watching every game on TV. With the Mets, it would be winning the pennant in 2000, Game 5 against the Cardinals. Johan's no-hitter. But I think the one that beats both of it is being at Gillette, beating the Patriots.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's on the road.
They were dominating you guys at that point.
Oh, my God. And remember, weeks earlier, I was at Gillette getting embarrassed. That was 2010. January of 11, 2010 season.
Yeah.
Last playoff win. The last time they won a playoff game. Anyhow, I think just being on the road probably adds to it. And then also, we got beat by them weeks earlier. We were in the building getting molested by these people.
Right.
So that's probably the top one, but great question.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a great question. Quick break. We'll come back with more of your calls. We'll give you more analysis. Get ready for Super Bowl 60. Make our NFL picks. And, of course, the widely popular Idiots with Idioms. All live from the Town Fair Tire studios. Powered by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Listen up, guys and girls. It's time for a healthier you. Evan can attest to this, and so can my wife. My good buddy, John Gallucci Jr., CEO of JAG Physical Therapy, always tells me how important it is to focus on your biomechanical chain to reduce injuries. Well, now it's time for you and your loved ones to turn to JAG to get stronger and function at a higher level. Their dedicated team of physical therapists at JAG Physical Therapy will develop a plan specifically for you to help prevent injuries. That's whether you're running around just to pick up your kids or running a half marathon like I'm going to do in a couple of weeks here at the New York City Half. You have to get your body right to take on the challenges of your life. If you have an existing injury and you want to get better, Their experience and expertise and commitment to help you get back to feeling the life that you love. Schedule your appointment today at jagpt.com. That's JAGPT.com.
I'm Pat Boyle here to help you beat the books with WFAN Sports. It's time to pick a side for Super Bowl 60. I think New England's defense has been underrated the entire playoffs. I think they make the loudest statement on Sunday. Yes, Sam Darnold has transformed into a great QB. That doesn't mean the Patriots can't fluster him with pressure. JSN has been the number one receiver this year. That doesn't mean Christian Gonzalez can't hold him to a subpar day. And just because Drake May has struggled doesn't mean he can't save his best for last. Give me the 4.5 points with the Patriots. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
This new year, get started on your next success with University of Maryland Global Campus. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start February 11th. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid classes while giving you a head start on 2026. Earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Win or lose, you've still got to eat. From February 4th through the 8th, or while supplies last, Boiling Bay Seafood is heating things up with a $5 and up seafood sale. Get $5 crawfish, $5 mussels, $5 shrimp, and snow crab clusters just $5.99 a pound. Miss the big game? No problem. The sale goes all week. Plus, a 10-pound king crab case, $399 plus shipping. Order now at boilingbay.com. Boiling Bay Seafood. The party doesn't end at the final whistle.
This President's Month at Nielsen Dodge, fun is in the driver's seat. We're celebrating all month with special presidential savings, plus 0 down payment.
We have your new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram at extra special fun is in the driver's seat savings.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Compass Limited 4x4, just $187 a month. Or lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Laredo X 4x4, just $295 a month.
Plus, choose from a wide selection of certified pre-owned vehicles.
And if you need credit help, we're here to make it fast and easy on Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Proud member of the Nielsen Auto Group.
At Nielsen, fun is in the driver's seat.
President's Day Sales Event. Term 27 months to Sign Compass 5782, Cherokee 5890 at tax tag 489 dock and DMV fees.
Kohl's gets it. Valentine's Day comes with expectations, grand expectations, telepathic expectations, and heart-shaped everything expectations. Yes, even waffles. Kohl's has gifts that rise to the occasion, from romantic to playful, sparkly to sweet, or all of the above. Plus, get 15% off some of your finds. So go ahead, exceed those Valentine's Day expectations with Kohl's. Select styles, offer ends February 16th. Some exclusions apply. See store Kohls.com for details.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you are facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL, 866-323-7529, 250L Saddlebrook. Diana Magala, licensed in New York and New Jersey. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Chick-fil-A's new Frosted Sodas and Floats. It's a 10 out of 10. Hey, this is Lizzie, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new Frosted Sodas and Floats is how well they go together. You will love having your favorite soda blended with our creamy ice stream to make a new frosted soda or float. With the mix of the ice stream and soda fizz, it's so delicious, I call it Fizzalicious.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast!
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Listen to You Better You Bet with Nick Costa Sunday morning at 8 right here on The Fan. Nick will preview all the football action to get you ready for kickoff, presented by BetMGM. Make it legendary. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents.
Neither will the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
MSC Cruises feel so stylish and European. Let's espresso and gelato.
Espresso and gelato? Those aren't verbs.
Yeah, on MSC Cruises they are.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm into the American stuff. Let's coffee and soft serve.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe later we can chaise lounge and espadrille?
I think you mean pool chair and flip-flop.
Cruise from $199 plus get up to $500 onboard credit and kids sail free. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
At Town Fair Tire, New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, you get it all. The guaranteed lowest price, the most free services, and we accept all valid rebates from any manufacturer and from our competition. Yes, we accept them all, even competitor rebates. Town Fair Tire, New England's largest discount tire dealer, now with over 120 stores from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Allstate is Metro New York's trusted auto insurer, protecting cars across the tri-state area. We're by your side when you need us most, providing you with affordable auto coverage you can rely on. So, switch to Allstate today, and you could save an average of $713 on auto insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
Well, we got ourselves a big weekend. It starts off tonight because tonight we got the Knicks and the Pistons, St. John's against UConn. And, of course, the whole weekend is capped off with Super Bowl Sunday. We'll make our pick for Sunday's game coming up in a few minutes, as well as the very popular Idiots with Idioms, which I think features more than just me this week, which I'm looking forward to. Because usually I'm the only one getting made fun of, but a lot of people screw up their words. Hello, Boomer.
You guys know I'm always so busy, always on the go. But keeping my family safe and my home safe is the most important thing to me. That's why I partner with our friends over at Sloman's, who recently installed the Sloman Shield Link system into my home. A smart security system that combines safety, convenience, and peace of mind that I can manage from my phone. There's so many things, from the cameras to the garage door openers to all the lighting. Because when it's a new moon outside, you can't see jack in my backyard. My dogs run around freely in the snow, except for Millie, who doesn't want to pee in the snow. So I have to shovel out a path for her in the grass so she knows to go. But Sloman's is totally customizable to whatever you need for your home. Experience the safety of home security and automation with the Sloman Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit slomans.com.
All right, this Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. Super Bowl weekend's here, but not before a big night of local hoops. How about the Knicks heading to Detroit to play the Pistons for the first time since Detroit crushed them back on January 6th. It's a game that'll be on Amazon Prime at 7:30. Meanwhile, at the Garden, St. John's will be shopping in the Husky section as third-ranked, one-loss UConn comes to the city for an 8 p.m. national TV tip on Fox tonight. And again, that's your Super Bowl weekend kickoff on Friday.
Make it loud, Johnny fans.
I could be wrong about this because I get very, very confused. My understanding is that the Knicks are on Amazon Prime as well as MSG.
I'm done keeping track of this.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just letting you know. The other thing that's going on, and I am so deeply confused by this, is that the Olympics started.
Yes.
But the opening ceremonies are today?
Yeah, they got ahead with some curling. USA won one of their first curling matches So it's happening as we speak.
Even though the opening ceremonies happened after?
Yeah, it's on Peacock on the 25th Olympiad, Winter Olympics. There's 33 in summer, but 25 for the Winter Olympiad. And some people will be watching that this weekend, but I think most people will be watching the Super Bowl.
I'm not against the Olympics, and I can find some of the events appealing. I am always confused because this isn't new, that it starts and then there's the opening ceremony.
Yeah, I think there's too many events.
Yeah, and they want the opening ceremony to be like a Friday to kick off the first weekend.
Yeah,
I got you.
But, I mean, a little bit of a conspiracy, though, let's be honest.
What's that?
I don't know. All they did was hype up this Lindsey Vonn thing forever. Then she tears her ACL after, like, the hype wasn't matched with people caring. And magically, the torn ACL run down the hill happens hours before the Super Bowl on the same channel the Super Bowl is happening on.
So what's the conspiracy?
Well, why? Like, that happens to be this Sunday, you're telling me.
Yes. But it's all NBC.
Right, but they have the Super Bowl. So how do you get people to watch your pregame show on the Super Bowl? You make sure they're already there. Lindsey Vonn's ski event happens to take place Super Bowl Sunday? Happens to?
So is that the coincidence, or are you accusing her of not really tearing her ACL?
No, I think she really did tear her ACL, which I don't understand how she's skiing, but
yeah, I'd like to think she really tore her ACL, and I do think so, but it is...
Well, it's already torn. And it's not like a low-torque sport. I mean, it's really pressure on your ACL.
I just know that for a month and a half, I heard, this girl is on fire, and they would show this Lindsey Vonn, like, pumping everybody up. And it was met with, who cares?
Yeah. Now you care. Right.
She tears her ACL, and we care. So now I'm going to tune in 4 hours before the Super Bowl.
So again, just for the record, even though Tiki is disputing it, you're claiming she didn't tear her ACL.
You know, Evan...
Just say it.
Evan...
I don't like conspiracy theories.
Oh, you don't?
Just don't say it. Just say it.
What did you say about the Tampa Bay Rays one year?
I said it was odd.
All I'm saying is this is odd.
Okay.
I'm just asking questions.
Why was it odd? Oh, yeah, I forgot. They were cheating.
Just asking questions.
Okay. Anyhow, it is time for something that happens every Friday right around this time. It started with just our show. Now it includes everybody. The mistaken idioms used here at WFAN. So we present to you another edition of Idiots with Idioms.
Hey, you know what time it is? It's Idiots with Idioms. Idiots with Idioms. Idiots with Idioms. Idiots with Idioms. Laugh till you split your sides. Idiots with Idioms.
Buffalo Bills, they're going to take the weather out of the occasion.
It's Idiots with Idioms.
They've bounced back. The Brooklyn Nets are the perfect anecdote to them. Good for them. Damn it.
What?
Sure. And it's okay for Islander fans to bang their chest.
It's Idiots with Idioms.
I've never gotten a gift in a burlap sack.
What?
I would listen to Chris and C-Mac all day.
It's Idiots with Idioms.
This exorbitant salary in Juan Soto.
Yeah, but he's worth that exorbitant salary.
What?
So one of the first nuggets in the Giannis Derby began on December 3rd, really smoking or firing. I am idioming it up today right now.
Right.
It's Idiots with Idioms.
A first-round pick, if not two, that were priorly.
Yeah. What?
I mean, I can't walk you off the cliff.
It's Idiots with Idioms.
But you're almost like, what's that word where you cut something down smaller, but you're doing the same thing?
What do you mean?
I don't know, like...
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't either.
Where you
trim?
Yeah, you're trimming the fat almost.
I think this is more you're having your cake and you eat it too. You want to send a message, but you still get to eat.
What?
I did not like his statement of saying, well, we talked about movies and what's that word? Philanthropy.
Philanthropy.
It's Idiots with Idioms.
I think I would put it exactly how you put it.
What?
No offense, but I mean, Boomer said they were going to be the admirable.
Not the admirables, the admirals.
I'm reporting it's the Admirals.
It's Idiots with Idioms.
Because it feels like it happens on freaking clockwork every couple of years.
What?
To me, that was always the most obvious thing, that Brian Flores, as deservable as he has now is.
It's Idiots with Idioms.
That would have been 30 minutes on the morning show, which I guess would have been good publicity. And no publicity is any bad publicity. Or bad publicity, no publicity. Anytime you get publicity, it's good publicity. You feel me?
What?
You shouldn't have a dog in the hunt.
No.
It's Idiots with Idioms.
And the garden is apoplectic.
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 There you go. What?
And if not, they're in an expert position to change the entire team with another superstar.
You probably want to rephrase that.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I don't know why excellent expert.
I don't know why you said expert.
Yeah.
Laugh till you split your sides. Idiots with Idioms.
There you go. Another week of a lot of screwed up idioms, to say the least. Let's go to Tony in Staten Island. Hey, Tony.
Hey, guys. How are you?
We're good. What's up, dude?
Good. What's up?
Getting ready for the Super Bowl. I've been waiting a long time. So, what do you call it? Tiki, Hall of Fame. I know Frank Gore didn't get in.
Yeah.
At some point he will. You know, I've been a big proponent for you. You know that.
Thank you. I appreciate
you. I've called about this yards from scrimmage business, and that's rushing and receiving. And if you look at the career list for you on that, you're sandwiched in between Hall of Fame is North and South.
No, you're right.
15th on the all-time. The other thing, I looked at the list today. I broke it down a little bit more. I know you know, and you know you had 3 2,000-yard combined rushing and receiving seasons, plus another 1,900-yard season. And if you break it down on those single individual seasons, I wish one of the guys there can break it before the end of the show. You know, you see Barry Sanders with 8 seasons and Thurman Thomas with 4 seasons, and you see Tiki Barber with 6 seasons of an outstanding number.
Yeah.
Over 1,700 yards.
Yeah.
And, you know, at some point, listen, I've always thought Roger Craig, I'm 57 years old, I've always thought Roger Craig deserved. I mean, I see you get in.
Yeah.
It may take that long.
So. I hope so. Roger Craig, for those who are wondering, just got in. He waited for a really long time. His last year in the NFL was 1993. And so 33 years later, he was eligible for 28 years, and he finally got in. He had one 2,000-yard season. Different game, obviously, back then, but Roger Craig didn't even rush for 10,000 yards. He's under
81, 89.
Yeah, and he had under 5,000 yards receiving. But look, we had this conversation before. I know why I'm not in the Hall of Fame right now, because of the way the method works. And there's other guys that are promoted to be more deserving, but I can only wait.
You know what you need? Our last caller to be a presenter guy.
Yeah.
He can make a good case in the room.
It's really Rich Ackerman.
Yeah, Rich does a great job with
Rich
that.
is my greatest advocate.
Yeah.
He found a lot of the statistics. One I didn't even realize, because everybody talks about the 10,000, 5,000. There's only 3 guys, but there's only one with 10,000, 5,000, and 1,000 yards. And I didn't realize that until Rich told me.
Yeah, Ack should be in the room. Yeah. That's the guy. He'll get it done. Let's go to Jake in Memphis. Hey, Jake.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I got a question for Tiki. I'll start by saying I saw this on the internet, and I don't know how true it is.
It always starts at the internet. Go ahead.
I saw something that Neighbors doesn't have the best practices, and Harbaugh is known for bringing hard practices.
Yeah.
And how Neighbors will embrace that. When Coughlin came in, do you remember? Does anyone come to mind where they didn't embrace it, or they did embrace it, and it kind of turned their career around? Either they went up or down.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think I give Coach Coughlin a ton of credit, because he weeded out those guys really in a year, maybe 1 or 2 years. He got rid of the guys that didn't buy into his methodologies, because it was always about practicing and being available during the week. And I remember my last season, because I felt so beat up, because back in that day, it was one starter. It wasn't multiple running backs. And it was like week 7 or 8 of my last season. And I was banged up, and I was kind of like half assing it through practice. And he was like, Tiki, we need this in practice. I'm like, Coach, you want it on Sundays? You want it on Wednesday? And so, but it forced me to practice hard, even when I didn't feel like it.
And that's what, let's say it's true about Malik Neighbors. I have no idea about his practice habits, but let's just say it's true. I believe that this would cause him to just up his game.
Yeah. Now in Malik Neighbors' defense, he came in with an existing toe or ankle, some lower extremity injury that I think Daves and the staff, they tried to mitigate it and manage it so that he didn't like hurt himself before he was available on Sundays. Like he's had a whole, whatever it is, 6 months, 7 months, and it's going to be ultimately almost a year to get fully healthy. And so I would expect John Harbaugh to expect the best out of him. One, because the only way you're going to get great is if you learn the right habits. But I think two, Malik Neighbors has to want to be great, and I think he does want to be great. You have a great coach who's going to help him do that.
Yep. Let's make our pick for the Super Bowl. It's presented by ELEC 825, Building Our Future, Collars & Co., the original dress collar polo. This is amazing. So this is the 13th game of the NFL postseason, which means we have picked 12. Tiki Barber's record is 7-5. Sean Morash's record is 7-5.
Let's go.
Evan Roberts' record is 7-5.
Let's go.
So we have played, and by the way, I've listened to Tommy at night just to finish the season. I can't confirm this unless you want to, Sean. I hear he's 1-11. That's what I heard.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 1-11.
I'm glad we got rid of him on our show.
I mean, clearly, cut the fat out.
Yeah.
Dead weight.
Dead weight.
I'm a fat moron.
No, not that one. So let's make our pick. The line that I think we all have is Seattle laying 4.5.
Yeah.
Sean Morash, kick it off.
All right. All week, the talk has been Sam Darnold, the Seahawks defense, and I hear all of that. And yet, I just can't help but think there's Patriot disrespect this week.
There definitely is.
You know, and I get it. Drake May has not played well, and they have been overwhelmed by some of the best defenses in football, and they're going to continue to see another, right? I think by the time the playoffs are going to, for all that talk about the Patriots' easy schedule, they're going to end up playing the 4 best defenses in football in this run.
That's right.
Just think about that.
And they've kept winning.
But through this all, can the Patriot defense get a little respect here? Just a little bit? Unheralded, everything that's gone with it. So look, do I know if the Patriots are going to win the game? I don't. But I have a feeling after all this lifelessness all week around the Super Bowl, we get a pretty freaking good game. Maybe not like fireworks, but good in the sense it's close late. I'm grabbing the points with New England here, and I wouldn't be shocked at all if Vrabel has a masterclass coaching situation that puts him on the pantheon of like great coaches truly we think about. I'm taking New England with the points.
I take you back to Monday. I made a comment. I said the Seahawks are going to blow out the Patriots. And Sean said, wow, way to give it away on Monday. And that may have even been last Monday. It may have been 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember if it was this Monday or last Monday. And I said to Sean, watch out. That's my initial opinion. That doesn't mean I'll end up there on Friday. Give it time. Let it marinate. That's how my football picking goes. My gut feeling on Monday sometimes changes by Friday. Sometimes it stays exactly the same. It varies. I'm here to tell you that it has taken a complete 180. And a couple of things jump out at me, and you sort of touched on it, but let me give more details on it. The Seattle Seahawks came into the postseason with far and away the most turnovers of any team that made the postseason. That includes the mediocre teams that made the postseason, like the Carolina Panthers or whatever team you want to come up with. They turned the ball over themselves 28 times. No team was even close to that number. The moral of that story is, I love you, Sam. I'm happy for you. I don't freaking trust you. And the Patriot defense has been splendid throughout this postseason. I know the weather's played a big part of it, but you've talked about it. You've showed me the tape. You're like, Evan, look how well they're scheming. And the guy who's their defensive coordinator is actually filling in for the real defensive coordinator who's battling cancer right now. I'm just nervous that Sam Darnold's going to have a big turnover or two. And it's going to be like a bad one. And it's going to change this game. And the other thing that worries me, and you've hit on it, Sean, all week it's been all about Seattle. I've seen this dance before. I saw it in 01. The Rams, this is going to be easy. It's scaring the crap out of me. And those disgusting people in Boston, they're going to get what they want. They're going to get to be happy. They're going to get to celebrate. I can see those idiots dancing in the streets now.
With idioms.
So not only am I going to take the 4.5 points, I think we're all going to see our worst nightmare, Jet fans. Our worst nightmare. Get back. Give me the Patriots getting the 4.5. Will Tiki Barber make it a clean sweep?
You know where I am on this. I've said it since the beginning. I think the Seahawks win this thing comfortably, so I'm going to take the Seahawks laying the 4.5. You talk about turnovers. The New England Patriots have actually been really good, mostly at creating fumbles. 20 fumble recoveries in the season and 10 interceptions. So 30 turnovers. The Seattle Seahawks have had 18 interceptions and 17 fumble recoveries, so 35 turnovers. So I think this does come down to what you're alluding to, Evan, somewhat of a turnover issue. And I'll take you back to the first Eagles Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl. In that game, Jalen Hurts was by far the best player on the field. He should have won the MVP in a losing effort. The only person to do that was 1977. It was a linebacker for the Cowboys. I'm forgetting his name off the top of my head, but he went into the Hall of Fame with Rondé a couple of years ago. And it was the only time that that's happened. The reason that the Kansas City Chiefs won that game was because of one bad play. One.
Chuck Howley.
Chuck Howley. Not
Super Bowl 5.
Not like 6 bad plays by the Eagles. One bad play by Jalen Hurts, who fumbled It was picked up and returned for a touchdown by the Kansas City Chiefs. By the way, the Eagles came back and scored on the very next drive. So Jalen Hurts was elite, but he made one turnover in that game, and it changed it. So I get where you're going with the turnovers probably being a factor. I don't know if I fully trust a second-year player who was right there with the MVP against the one of the great defenses of this generation in Seattle. How they play, the schematics that they play, the intensity with it which they play. I like the Seahawks because I think they're the better talent team. And Mike Vrabel, if he wins this thing, he'll be put into the pantheon of great coaches because of what he's been able to do with this New England Patriots team. But I still can't see this thing going any other way than the Seahawks winning this thing because they have the better offense and is just as good of a defense.
There we go. 2 New England, 1 Seattle. Tiki, from your lips to God's ears, I think is the quote. So they're 4.5-point favorites, which is not a big number. Do you know the last time we had a Super Bowl in which it was a touchdown or more point spread? It's been a long time.
No.
I was looking at it the other day.
No.
The last time. You want to make a wild guess there, Sean?
Super Bowl
last time.
42.
Carolina?
Super Bowl 42. Which Carolina? Carolina, Denver?
Yeah.
I was close, but no, that is not the answer. Carolina, Denver was 5.5, which is the largest point spread of any game since the one I'm about to mention. So that's actually a very good guess. What was your guess? 42?
Super Bowl 42.
Giants-Patriots,
Yeah.
which we all know was a huge spread. It was 12 going in. It was actually the one right after. Pittsburgh was laying 7 against the Arizona Cardinals. So close. Guys were right on.
Yeah.
But yeah, the spread's 4.5. Let's take a couple of quick calls and we'll hand it over to the Carton Show. Let's go to Dave in Seaford. Hey, Dave.
What up, Dave?
Hey, guys. What's going on?
All's good.
2 things. I think Seattle just scraped by Denver with the backup quarterback. I think you got to worry about that. Second, while he's at the win, my sister got married on April 1st because they got a deep discount on people not wanting to get married on April Fool's Day. I think the funeral got a deep discount, got a nice cheap day on the wake because nobody's going to show up to that.
You know what's kind of funny, though? Like, tell me if I'm wrong, and this is not for me. This would be for you, Sean, you, Tiki, and a lot of people out there, because I want to watch the Super Bowl by myself. All right? I've made that clear. Wouldn't a Super Bowl wedding actually kind of be fun?
No.
No?
Because it's not about the bride.
Oh, that's true. What if she's a diehard fan and she's good with it? She's like, nah, it's about the game.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
here.
if you're having it at an ale house, sure. But that's not typically what happens.
All right. I'm just thinking out loud.
I mean, it turns into a party, right?
It is a party, right?
But then I'm not focused on the game.
Maybe. You are. Let's say they do the things where they tell they love each other, the I do's, and they
The
get
vows.
it done by 5.
All right, then fair. That's fine.
Just an idea. Anyhow, fun show, fun week. Great thanks to Sean, Tiki, myself, Andrew Kaplan, everybody who does work for the show. I think that's really it. I don't think there's anything else to thank.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, just us 4. Kaplan does a great job. Carton Show's coming up next. Enjoy them and enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you at 10 a.m. on Monday.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Los Angeles Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford won the NFL MVP award last night. Stafford was the best quarterback in the league this past season. Stafford also said he'll be back next year to play in his 18th season. The Rams missed out on the Super Bowl this year